Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Sorry, I'm working on things. I'll be right there. Give me 1 second. What's up, Gil, Kyle, Jason, Coco, Jordan, Emmanuel? What's up, dude? What's up, guys? Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking for some morning dip buys. Here to get rich. What's up, Jordan? Yes, sir. You know. Let's do this, man. Hey, stocks are looking pretty cheap today, though. Digital Ally looks good. I'm gonna look for some dip buys today. Sorry. Bear with me, team. I'm moving my charting around. Give me a second. And like, really, this is why I said to buy these stocks. I'm planning on holding United Airlines, MGM. What was the other one? Uber. I'm planning on holding these 4 stocks through the summer. We're getting a little bit of a dip here, but this happened as soon as the market opened, and so I haven't bought these yet. I'm probably gonna buy them right here when they're pretty low. I think I might wait until to see what happens at the bell, but I think I'm gonna buy these right here. And just plan to hold them for like 3 or 4 months unless I get like 20% out of them. And then if they break my risk levels, I can just understandably get out of these. We also have to look into penny stocks. I am going to trade some penny stocks today as well. BBI, no, too high. I know you guys can't hear me actually. Sorry, team. My bad, yo. I forgot to turn down the music. There you go. That should be noticeably better. I know, guys. I knew what y'all were going to say before I even got here. There we go. Is that better? That should be noticeably better. I just want to make sure you guys can actually hear the music, though. So let me know if you can actually hear the music. Now, this one looks too risky, unfortunately. VTVT. See, this one looks like it might actually... This one's too high. Somebody's talking about Digital Ally. This one's too high up there, man. I'm looking at BBI and I'm looking at HGSH. Let me start looking up the news on these, though. Shopify ripping here. mRNA vaccine stock ripping up here. What's EMAN? I'm looking for some dip buys, team, so help me find them. There you go. Yeah, we should be good now. What's up, team? GNUS, a lot of people are talking about GNUS today. Oof, man, look at this one go right now. Like, as soon as I bring this up, man, as soon as you bring this one up, I should have plenty of day trades left, I think, if I can catch this at the high of the day break. It's not gonna let me fill. No. Oh, man. I hate it when that happens, man. I see it happening. I see it. I'm watching it run up. Look, there's the pre-market high break. I know it's about to run. I got to get in on the ask price. That's the only way I'm going to get filled. I can't get filled with a limit order in pre-market. It's too high now, guys. I mean, it's breaking out. It's just too much now. It's just too much. Maybe if it pulls back down to 75, I'll buy a little bit. Maybe a little bit, but this is too late. But look at G and US, guys. As I'm saying this, look at this rip. There's 75. I don't think I'm going to get filled here, though. See, I told you down to 75 I wanted to buy it. I wish they let me buy it with a limit order in pre-market, man. That would get me filled immediately. I'm going to exit that before it dips back down, because I don't like it if it comes back down again. But we need 60, we need 75, baby, for G and US. I tried to take it, guys. I tried. I'm trying, I guess is the better word. I'm trying. I like that. Come on. There we go. All right, I got filled. It's not at a good spot though. That's the frustrating part. I wanted a little bit more. I still got plenty of buying power though, and so I'm good. We're gonna try to get like 20 bucks out of this one up to the 94 level. I'll scale out of this one fast if I can. Risk level is about 50. All right, let's look up. With that said, though, let's look up the news. G and US ripping up. All right. Arnold Schwartz enters into an agreement. So Arnold, the Terminator, enters into an agreement to become a significant investor in Genius Brands. And so Arnold's jumping in. Genius. Interesting. This is right around my risk, if I'm being honest, though. I gotta be ready to exit this thing, honestly. Like, we bounced at the $50, but maybe I should have waited for the dip. Honestly, I tried to get in here, and I just didn't. And I think that is giving me a little bit of FOMO with this one. Yes, they said Arnold Schwartz is going to receive warrants to buy common stock for this one. That's the news. I could add a little bit to this position. I do have some more buying power, and then I could just trade the rest on Webull. I could do that. What's my entry here? My entry is 73, so right here. So we get up to 90, 85. I'm going to take profits. My entry's right here. The VWAP bounced out here would have been more favorable, I think. I'm just talking about getting filled. I mean, listen, I got filled, you know, like I'm filled. You can't use them. You're not allowed to use market orders in pre-market, right? If you want to use a market order to get filled immediately, like I wanted to, then I have to use a limit order. I think this is a really good risk level now. They're down at 48. What's up, Cola? It was good, man. I think I made like 400 and something bucks, $400 and something or so on Friday. It was a good day. I got it all on stream. Yeah, Genius. I'm holding it just in case, but honestly, I'm not really loving this thing right now. I don't know, man. I'm not usually one to hold these penny stocks, Jordan. You know, I'm just not one to hold them. And so we'll see, but I'm not really, to be honest, I'm not really loving this right now. I got to get used to trading penny stocks. It's just not really my game. Like, it's not something that I trade very often. HGSH is another one I'm looking at. I got to keep this one on this chart, though, just so I can be prepared to exit this thing if it goes against me. Alright. Like I said, this red line right here is my entry. Nah, I don't want to average down, Alex. I thought about it. I genuinely thought about it. I have the equity too. Like, I have the money to average down. And I think averaging down and then just betting that it's going to hold over 450 with a risk level down here at this makes sense. Just for me to get a quick momentum spike up. And I think it'll probably work more times than it won't work. I think it'll probably work more than it will ultimately fail. But I think the times that does fail are going to compensate more than the times it wins, if that makes sense, right? So basically, I think it might work to average down here. But I think the times that fails are going to lose me so much money that it's not going to be worth it in the long run. And so with that, I have to go with what I think is going to be the profitable long run play, which is just get out of here if it goes against me under my level, not average down, and just keep it where it's at. I got a terrible fill. It's not a fill. Just to rephrase that, it's not a bad fill. I got in a bad spot. I entered at the wrong spot, 100%. But it's a learning experience for me with these penny stocks for sure. We'll see what happens. I'm trying, you know. Let me get this other screen ready so I can sell if I need to. I'll bring this back up if I'm about to sell. I'll just say that. I gotta sell on the bid is what I'm gonna have to sell on. There we go. All right. I mean, we're not that bad. It might work out. I don't know. I don't know. All right, but yeah, HGSH. Let's look up some news. HGSH ripping up here. HGSH, I'm not seeing any catalyst for this one, unless it's a catalyst that I'm just not aware of, and that's not showing up here. Yeah, I don't see any new catalyst for HGSH. Nothing new here. The music's too loud? What's up, Deliver? Is it? I'll turn the music down a little bit if you guys want me to. Yeah, I'm not seeing any news for HGSH. I mean, I might add another 50 shares to GNUS here and just try that, I guess. I don't hate that idea now that we've rebounded above the $0.50. Like, adding 50 shares, improving my average here doesn't seem like a terrible idea. So I'm going to buy the asking price here if it'll let me. I just got to change it to extended hours, and that takes a little bit of time. No, I do not want to get filled there now. We've dropped too much. 53. I could try to get filled at 54. Should I add another 50 shares here? What do you guys think, chat? Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it. Come on, fill me. There you go. Alright, I'm in 250 now. Wish me luck, guys. If I lose $100, it's not the end of the world. I'm up to, like, this account's a few thousand. And I think I just gotta let it work a little bit here. Maybe 43s as a risk. My average is now 69, so it's a little bit better. Music's good. It's just a real estate. We're in a bubble for real estate. I don't know, man. Music's good. All right. All right, guys. But yeah, so BBI, the next one on my list today. We got BBI ripping up. This one actually likes a little bit more here. What do I think about NKLA? I don't know, man. I haven't traded it that much, to be honest. We got BBI, though, ripping up here. Let me look at the catalyst behind this thing. So Brickwell Biotech says that the partner phase 3 study on their hypohidrosis drug candidate met its primary and secondary endpoint, and shares are surging because of that. And so yeah, good phase 3 study data for BBI here, and it is ripping up, gapping up from 126 to 286 here. Solid move, huge move for BBI. We'll see what happens with it. We also have CHNR here. CHNR. What's up, Jovan? What's up, brother? Yeah, like I said, I think the big thing that you got to understand with trading is that it's just about what you're comfortable with, right? Like, listen, I'm having fun. I'm up like 40% in this investment account, right? It's a mix of investment / trading account, and I'm up like 40% in this account, right? And so losing $100 here is not the end of the world, and losing $100 is literally 5%. And so if I lose 5% on this trade, I think I'm going to be okay here. It's not the end of the world, and hopefully it works out. But if it doesn't, like I said, I'm just kind of working. I'm getting back into the penny stock game. And so with that, as I get back into the penny stock game, there's going to be a little bit of a transitionary period of learning what strategies that I like, what strategies I don't like. And like I said, that's going to take a little bit of time here. We also have CHNR here. CHNR. This is China Natural Resources. Oh, my bad. I think we got Mitch in here. My bad, Mitch. If you're listening, bro. Sorry, dude. Alright. But yeah. Hey, I'm kind of nervous. I told Trader Mike's Discord that I'm holding G and US. They said, hey, you're not alone. I feel alone right now, man. You know? Man. It hurts, guys. It hurts. I'll be alright. Like I said. Yo, what's up, Bubba? What's up, Cola? What's up, Manta? What's up, Alex? What's up, Luke? What's up, Jovan? What's up, Deliver? Nancy? Tyler? Mess? BQ? Call? Chris? Gavin? Robert? Broadcom? Chris? Alex? Will? Colby? Osbaldo? Love the name. Terry? What's up, man? James? What's up, brother? I didn't see you in there, James. What you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, bro. Jesus, what's up, dude? Stock 706. Dave, what's up, man? MP, AE. What's up, dude? Alright, we got CHNR. Hey, my man Trader Mike. Y'all go check out my man Trader Mike's Discord. It's the dopest of dope trading Discords. Really, if you trade penny stocks, it's probably the most, honestly, low-key, it's probably the most active penny stock Discord I've ever been in. They got like a super devoted team of like traders there that talk to you every day. Like I said, it's way more active than my Discord. As much as I'd like to pump up my own Discord, his is better. You know, I gotta say it. It is what it is. You know, y'all want to go join his Discord, y'all go check out this link. I'm going to post in the chat. Let me find it. There it is. Deliver me. Yeah, there's Trader Mike's Discord. Y'all go check it out. Y'all go join there. Tell him what you think's gonna happen with me on G and US. You know. Hey, my man, Deliver. What's up, brother? Appreciate the $1.99 donation, brother. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Shout out to my man, Deliver, for hitting me with the donation early this morning, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, Arnold's entering into an agreement with G and US. That's why I ended up dip buying it. I don't know, man. Should I hold this one? What should I do? Should I hold it? Like I said, I'm lost here with some of this. Best stock for news? I use Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim has free Benzinga Squawk. It's got free live news releases, and it's easy. Like, look, like you can see, like Thinkorswim, free live news, really easy. You know, I just look up the news here. All right. I'm not seeing any recent catalyst for CHNR. If you know the reason this one's up today, let me know. If you're just now joining us, I am holding G and US here. I'm about 10 cents down, almost exactly 10 cents down. I needed to break over this level now, which, I don't know, man. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous. Hey, I appreciate that, Mata. DGLY, yeah, Digital Ally. With the current market condition, I think Digital Ally is good. Yeah, I posted a video on 4 stocks that I'm about to buy for like an investment. And like, obviously they're down a little bit today, but I posted the video on Sunday, so nobody would have been able to buy them on Friday anyway. And these are longer term holds. I know I'm gonna have somebody here that's like, oh man, your list didn't age well. And it's just kind of like, dude, like this is like an investment list. One day's movement isn't gonna affect it too much. All right, we need 9 cents. We need 9 cents. Let me get Mitchy Rich in here. I forgot to get him in here. I know he sent me the link super early this morning. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think. Let me get my man Rich in here. Who's Mitch stayed up all night working on a video, and Mitch texted me at 7 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock market time, before the stream even started. And Mitch was apologizing to me, saying, hey John, my bad, I'm late, John, my bad. And I had to tell Mitch, I was like, bro, I think you stayed up too late, man. Cause it's 8 o'clock, bro. You're early. That's dedication right there, sir. Alright, alright, Mitch. You there, bro? You there, man?
What's up, man?
There you go. I was telling them about you texting me at 8 o'clock this morning saying, yo, I'm late. And I had to be like, nah, you're early. You know?
That's called hard work. Dedication.
Right. Dedication, sir. You know?
Oh, you had no idea, man. I came to the computer like I had a lottery ticket. And I just missed my booking.
Yeah, man. Mitch is there. I'm sitting there like, at first I thought I was like, Mitch texted me that, and I'm like, wait a minute, am I late? Like, am I like an hour behind? Like, is it daylight savings time? Did I just miss the market open? Like, what's going on here? You know? But apparently, Mitch is just a little bit early. You know?
Yeah. Had a long night working on another great video for us, but
hey,
you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta put in the work.
Hey, I'm dip buying G and US here, man. My man Arnold's got a stake in this company now, so you know.
Hey, I tell you the truth, guys. I mean, I included this in my stocks, so you guys will just get a little insight. Also, it's actually one of my stocks, so you guys starting to see it. The only thing that I would say is that it is going to have the hype today of going live. So you could see a quick dip here out the open. I think it's trying to trap a little bit of buyers, and then you'll get a red to green move. But I definitely do think this one is a nice one. It has a big time support at like 319. I could see maybe a potential of it dipping to 4. Just it would make kind of sense on a whole dollar point for it to kind of grab that whole dollar point and then come right back roaring. So also pay attention to that. But this one definitely is hot right now in the pre-market, and with that fluff news put out, this could just keep going.
100%.
It could just rip through 5 and not look back.
Yeah, like the real reason I was trying to trade this one, I actually wasn't planning on getting it in here. When I was planning on getting in, I saw it, like somebody alerted me in the chat, shout out to them, but I saw it as it was like right here. Like as it was breaking that pre-market high, I saw it happening and I tried to get in, but you know, you can't get filled with a market order in pre-market, right? And so I couldn't get filled immediately, and like with me just now really learning Thinkorswim, it's been a while since I used it. I had to go edit the order to change it to extended hours and then jump in on the asking price, and by that time it was too late. Eventually I just jumped in way too high at 70s, and you know, we'll see what happens here. In the end, I'm just having a little bit of fun trading these pennies. I'm getting used to it. I'm up, like I said, I'm up like 40% in my account, and so you know, if I lose $100, I lose $100. That'll be all right.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you got to do a little experimenting when you're trading pre-market. You got to find what works best, and there's only one way of really doing it.
100%.
It's actually taking the swings, you know. Even if there's smaller swings, you start really kind of getting the hang and feeling of pre-market. And I don't think it's bad to trade pre-market. You just really have to go and kind of create strict entries. That's all it is, you know. I think the liquidity in this kind of volatile time is actually sometimes higher pre-market than most market environments. So that's one thing to remember also. I talked about it on Friday. Now re-mention it. Look for the patterns, guys. There's a pattern of pre-market and aftermarket moves that trend in one particular way. And if you're going to be able to catch the wave, there's nothing wrong with taking those pre-market trades, because even in like, let's say you didn't trade a cheaper stock like Genius, even a stock, let's say like we could go to a Disney moves a lot like the way that the pre-market moves on the SPY. So if you watch the SPY, you saw the SPY just straight downtrending, you could essentially short Disney pre-market, or you could be going long pre-market in Disney because you see the SPY just uptrending all pre-market. And those kinds of things is what I've been noticing, and how you could take advantage of that pre-market time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, one of my most successful, and I'm going to be making a video about it that's going to be coming out this week, actually. But one of the strategies that I've actually been using a lot, this isn't actually a good example, but one that is a good example is, I believe BBI here, maybe? What I've been basically doing is I've been waiting for run-ups like this, right? And then say the stock drops down to like 260 in pre-market. A lot of the time I've been waiting for big run-ups like this, and then drops back down to like major support levels, like right here, anywhere around right there, right? And so I wait for those drops to happen, and I buy in pre-market, and then I sell like in the first 5 minutes into that strength. A lot of the time into the first 1 minute, trying to take advantage of the strength that we're going to get at the open, the hype. A lot of the time these penny stocks are terrible companies, and so many times they're not going to actually hold the gains they make here, but like they spike into the open enough for you to dip buy them in pre-market and then sell into that strength. And I think that could be a very profitable way to actually approach a lot of these penny stock movers. With that said, I'm probably going to sell half of my position here on G and US, maybe a little bit less than half. No. Okay, cool. All right. I sold half of my position there, but I think I missed out on some. It's all right. Here's the run up with G and US. I'm looking to exit this one. Hopefully we get above this 80 level, but selling that half protects me in the trade. I only banked a little bit, but since free commissions are here on Thinkorswim, I think it's enough.
Yeah, essentially you grabbed that $4 price point and started running. So yeah, kind of what I was talking about. I just didn't really see it pre-market, but kind of similar look. I mean, it dropped right to the support, and it looked like it was going to crack it, and then just quickly flipped. That's
Yeah,
actually a great sign for it.
Tough boy crew, buddy. Sorry, my son and I are in the tough boy crew. It's a club. It's an exclusive crew that he made up, and so he'll hit me with the tough boy, and I gotta say crew. Hold on, guys. My kids are going to camp today, so I'll be back. Hold it down, Mitch. I'll be back in a second. Hey, y'all, come give me a hug.
Alright guys, I'll be watching CLDX. CLDX is one of the stocks that I mentioned in my penny stock video for the month of June. This one has already ran since I started talking about this one back on the 10th. And then what we're really looking for in CLDX is now for it to hold $7. I think it might do this kind of red to green move where it holds 7 and could come back up towards 950. This one isn't tradable for me right now, but I'm going to be looking for this one to maybe grab it on Webull or Robinhood, and I'll let you guys know if I can be able to grab some good shares on this, but definitely ripping up there CLDX. Alright guys, if you guys have any stock you want me to take a look at, I know someone put up SWKS. They wanted to know about the support. What I would say about that one is still look at that 120, 119 area. That's going to be very vital for it to bounce back in that area. I know that technology has been struggling right now, but if there's any sector I think that can bounce back immediately, it would be in technology. So if I was in at where you say are at 61 or 66, I would probably still be holding in this area, just because you could get the bounce back up towards 130, and then you could probably take some off, because that bounce isn't far from this area. So I think it's definitely in play if you get a positive day in the SPY for this to come right back up to 130. So I would be holding here and just watching it, and mainly looking at the volume as it approaches those big levels. You don't want to be seeing what I like to look for is lower volume as it approaches a major daily support, so that the bears don't get in it and just pull the rug underneath it.
Yeah, so I ended up whoa. I'm just gonna get out here, guys. I don't trust this anymore.
It's not a bad little gainer there.
I don't think I'm getting filled right now because I didn't edit this. Sorry. Alright, I got out there, $20 gain. I'll take the little win. That's about 10 cents a share, maybe a little bit less with the added position, but I'll take it. That's all I'm really looking for. I'm just looking to kind of grind this account up. And I still have some buying power to actually trade the open here for GNUS. What I did was I scaled out of almost all of it. I probably should have been a little bit more loose with that last 50 shares to see if we can get a good gain, because I think I got myself in a pretty good position where I've already taken most of my profit off, and I could let the last 50 shares work to see if we can get a big run up there. But I think I got, like I said, I'm really just now learning these penny stock plays again. It's been a few years since I've attacked these, and so with that, I'm a little bit more emotional than I usually am about my trading. But that's okay, because we got this. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Z. I appreciate the sub. We got a bunch of subs today already. So shout out to Furniture Warehouse, Random, Z, Deliver. Appreciate the love, guys. Welcome. But yeah, I'll take my little win. Yes, Sid, dude, you're missing out, bro. I've been trading in pre-market, man. I've been trading in pre-market, brother. Every day, just about. Yeah, they're fluffing that up a little bit, Zach. Zach said, be careful with the GNUS news. Arnold Warrant's news is old. Not sure why they're publishing again. Ship is a shipping stock, I think, right? SHIP?
Yeah. Well, one of the things is when you need a stock to move, you need some fluff.
Yeah. Hey, don't we all need a little fluff sometimes? You know.
Don't we all need a little fluff? That is right, my friend.
EDSA,
right,
James. EDSA.
You mentioned what was that? What was that ticker?
Me?
Yeah, you mentioned one right now.
EDSA.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think it's EDSA, right? I'm looking at what James is telling me. EDSA, guys, this is the parabolic mover of the day. This one ran up from 290 all the way to 925. Ugh. Man, this thing's up over 300%, man. Crazy move. Or up 200%, sorry. Steve, appreciate the love, brother. Welcome, man. Shout out to Steve. What stocks are you looking at? I don't know. I haven't even gone over many news releases today. Look at, this is an OG runner, guys. Look at NETE. NETE. Mitch, you remember that one?
Oh, for sure.
Look at it. Look at it today. That thing just spiked up in the last 5 minutes.
That's a technology stock, right?
I don't know, man. It's been a while, honestly. Yeah, this one, the last time I saw this one was like, what, 6 months ago?
Yep.
Something like that.
Technology sector. Software and infrastructure. So if software and infrastructure are up, look for a possibility of, and this is how you get to know the market, guys, is understanding like some stocks. NET up, I will look for work or CRM to be strong today. And why? Because they're in that industry. They're in that job. That's kind of their underlying asset. So you kind of, I'll do a backwards sector or industry analysis there. I see a penny stock like NETE getting strong. I'm going to look for maybe something else in the industry to have a good day. Sometimes they give you the guide, man. And what you got to do is kind of find the other stocks in that industry. You could trade this one, or you could focus on a different one outside of it. But it could give you kind of like the guide. Good morning, Gallo. How we doing? Right, time to catch up with the chat here. All right. Good morning, Alex. How we doing, Kyle, Cola, Montana? We got Call Me Master, Jamie in the house. What's going on, guys? Of course, we got the OG James in the house. Delivered Me from Sin, Kevin, Paul D, Sid, Dustin. What's going on, guys? How we doing this morning? You guys got a stock you guys want me to check out? Definitely go ahead and put it up in the chat. I'll take a look.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go give my kids another hug goodbye. My babies are leaving, man. They're leaving. It's like the first time after 4 months.
You letting them go out?
Dude, honestly, I'm against
brave,
it.
Bro.
Honestly, I'm against
brave.
it, man. Like,
You're brave.
Because, the reality is, they'll probably be fine, but, they're certainly going to bring the coronavirus here, you know?
They're just going to have germs. Going to have to clean them down.
Yeah. Hey, well, that's kids, bro.
Yeah, you kids, you can't tell them not to have germs.
Yeah, 100%.
But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the worst as long as it's a good environment and they're actually taking care of cleaning. It shouldn't be the worst. Just definitely a time when it's getting towards that second wave starting already. A lot of scare in the market right now. I don't think there's really necessarily data behind the scare, but it's starting to get there. And I think it's going to be one of these things that is going to be on the back burner in the summer months. As we get into maybe even July, you're going to see slowly talk about it. Where I would really be concerned is when we get into August. I think when fall comes back, I am definitely not going to be going many places. I'm trying to right now stack up on all the disinfectant I can, because I think this is the time to stack up. So I'm going to go ahead and stack up and be prepared. And at the end of the day, you just got to figure out what kind of level of like we do every single day in day trading, what kind of level of risk and reward do you want to play with.
100%. Yeah, and stuff, there's two ways you can look at it, right? Stuff looks kind of cheap. It just depends on how much you think the fear is going to impact this market. Is there any alternatives? Hey, good work, Diego. Is there any alternatives? Nah, brother, not that I know of. But yeah, the market's down today, so we should get some interesting moves. Look at NEAT, man. NEAT is running up, guys. Look at this. Huge rip. And like I said, I still have about $720 in buying power right now. I got about $730 in buying power to trade the open with. And so, do you guys want to see me scalp some penny stocks at the open? Because I can, and I kind of want to. And obviously, I'm still gonna trade my other account too. But man, dude, honestly, I got money everywhere right now. I got money in Webull. I got money in Robinhood. I got money in Thinkorswim. I got money in Tefts. I got money everywhere. I'm balling out of control, you know. But I think that's one of the ways you get around the PDT rule, is you just open a bunch of accounts, right? But yeah, NETE is ripping up big here. The reason NETE is up is because they entered into a letter of intent to merge with an electric vehicle company called Mullen Technologies. The shares were previously halted on that pending news, and so yeah, Net Element, which is NETE, is entering into a letter of intent to merge with electric vehicle company Mullen Technologies. That is what's causing NETE to rip up here. EDSA.
Ooh, don't mention that one yet. Give him the secret.
No? Hey, well, blame James, bro. James is the one telling me this one.
James, stop mentioning such good stocks, bro.
Nah, the reason this one is up is because they received regulatory approval.
Is it really up already?
It is up from $2.90 all the way to $8.
Which one?
EDSA. It's up about 400% now.
There you go.
Was that one of the ones on your
James,
list?
Man. This guy James be giving out the flame.
James, bro, what are you thinking, man? But nah, look, overall market itself, guys, is down big. Not really huge, but it's down, about $6 a share for the SPY. I'm gonna go over that real quick, and then we still got a lot of time left. But
yeah, go ahead and look it up. I'm just gonna make a quick comment about that. It's kind of funny. I actually even texted John. I was up really late last night, and I was watching the European Open on Bloomberg, and you could see it in the European Open. I even told John, I was like, man, we gotta start trading these futures.
He did. He did, man.
Because I started seeing the futures as soon as the European Open came, and all you saw were the news was all about concerns about COVID. You could instantly see that effect. Every single one of the markets in the European markets started heading straight down, and really quickly we're about 3% down. And that's a significant amount for any index, I think. Once you get to that 30% mark, you're like kind of really leaning towards one side, and you could see the futures of the S&P heading from like 250s down to 248s, like in almost an instant.
Yeah, for
you could
sure.
just literally see it on the TV.
Well, it's one of the ways it's one of the ways people know how the market's going to react to pre-market open and all that stuff is from futures, right? Like a lot of the time, that's ultimately what's fluctuating the market at the beginning. And I think that if you really want to understand the broad, indications and the broad, what's the word, man? I'm drawing a blank.
It's kind of like an understanding.
Yeah,
it's a deeper understanding.
Yeah, for sure. The broad signals of the overall market, you got to look at the futures market for sure. With that, let me go ahead and go over this market news real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from MT Newswires. As you can see, the SPY is gapping down from 304.20s to 298. And it says, quote, like Mitch said, stock futures were also weaker in pre-market session as rising cases around the country continued to raise concerns over a possible second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. This was exacerbated by news out of China that certain parts of Beijing were locked down due to a renewed surge in COVID cases. And on the economic calendar is the Empire State Manufacturing Survey, which came out about 40 minutes ago at 8:30 Eastern. Among Federal Reserve officials, Dallas Fed President Robert Kaplan will speak at 11 a.m. Eastern, so that's an hour and a half after the bell. And looking into some other stuff here, we have crude is down over 2%. The U.S. oil fund is down nearly 3%. Let me remove this. The U.S. oil fund is down nearly 3%. Natural gas is down 2%, with the U.S. Natural Gas Fund being down around 1%. Gold is down more than 1%, with the Spider Gold Trust down 1%. Silver is down 1.7%, with the iShares Silver Trust down around 2%. So yeah, everything's down today, guys. Which honestly, I put out a list of stocks on Sunday that I'm looking at buying right now, and I think they look very cheap at this point. Like I said, one of the biggest understandings of that video I published this past weekend was that if we do get a rough second wave, the market could obviously crash, right? And so with that, we do have to observe that and see what's really going to happen here. Ooh, G and US is looking very strong. I like the way G and US looks here. I'm going to watch this one into the bell, but I like the fact that it's holding above the VWAP, and it's also holding this 460, putting in higher highs or higher lows.
Hey
Look at the
guys,
higher lows here.
this is one that actually I'm gonna have to go back and kind of preface that I wasn't looking at this move on Monday when I made my video. It's actually one of the stocks on there, guys. Definitely was watching it towards this Monday. Real key price point is $4. So if it just keeps holding above this kind of like 440, I think it's definitely in play. That's what I would look at. Because since you know that price point is so important, you want it to hold kind of some bullish levels where the volume is just so relentless on kind of the pressure on the support that it just brings it really quickly to that $5 price point. If we can get to that $5 price point with some big volume, the stock can really move. You know, it has a daily potential move. I would say for today, probably closer towards 7 would be reasonable if it really did get hot at that $5 price point. So definitely going to be one to watch in the long term. This one has a close at close to 950, 960, and that's kind of like the long-term target that I was looking at in my video, is something around here, moving eventually towards that $10 price point. But the real key is you want to get as close to $4 as possible, because I even mentioned this in the video, is that you want to have the tightest risk and reward in this one, because really the support is at 319, and if you can risk down to 319 and give yourself a potential to make, you know, $5 on this trade, that's risk and reward, baby. I'll take that anytime.
Sir, hey, I appreciate the sub. Nelly, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna look at the open. My biggest thing is, like, I don't mind slowly grinding this account up. I think I've matured as a trader. Sorry for stuttering, but I think I matured as a trader, right? Because I remember trading penny stocks before, and like I would just try to take huge sizing, and I would just try to make these unrealistic gains, right? And like, sure, I would sometimes make these big wins trading penny stocks like this. But a lot of the time, even if I was green more than I was red, I was risking too much, and I would just end up taking a massive loss that would destroy my account, right? A huge drawdown, which would ultimately just ruin my curve, right? And so, like, with that, since I've been trading them a little bit more the last week and a half, I've noticed I've been trading them a lot smaller, and I've been far more consistent because I think I'm less greedy with them, right? Like, yeah, sure, I could have held G and US and let it run up some more, and I think it dropped down a little bit too much relative to the profit I got in this trade, but I think I actually entered this one a little bit late and I chased it. And so with that, I'm going to look at any chance I can to get out of this one, which is what I did. But with that, I think I've been profitable. I think I've traded penny stocks about 6 times in the last week and a half on stream. Like, I've traded them on stream, and I've been profitable in 5 out of those 6. Right, 5 out of those 6 trades I've made money on these penny stocks. And sure, they're small wins, they're very small wins, but my account's only a few $1,000s, and you can't expect to just make these monstrous gains. I mean, you can if you know what you're doing, but you can't expect to just always make these monstrous gains. And I think when you're trying to grow a small account like this, it needs to be a slow grind up, right? There's really 2 ways. You could either just kind of YOLO it, which has its benefits. You need to just only do that with stuff you're comfortable with losing, trying to build an account up from like $1,000 to like $10,000, right? You got to just kind of YOLO on a parabolic mover and hope it works out, and be comfortable with losing it if it does happen. I think that is how you should approach that. But the other method is probably the more reasonable method, which is just to kind of grind it up with very small $20 or $30 wins with a $2,000 or $3,000 account. And I think that makes a lot of sense in trading terms as well. Sorry for the rant, guys. But yeah, somebody's asking us about BBI. And sorry, Mitch, I know I'm talking a bunch, brother. Hold on.
No, you're good. You're good, man. Just working along here, trying to get ready for the open, getting all the news that we need, and gonna try to find some really top plays. Go ahead and hold it down.
Yeah, man. The other one I'm looking at, BBI here. BBI is interesting because it's pulling back to the 250 level, right, which is a major support level here. And with that, we might get a bounce back up. This is kind of the dip buys that I've been playing, which is that we get a big run up and then we get a dip down to like a major support level like this 250 level, and then I just try to ride it up, trying to get in good risk reward here. But ideally, I'd like to see strength at the open. So this is another one I'm looking at for the bell to see if we get a short-term move. Again, I still have about $700 in equity in my Thinkorswim account. And so we're waiting on that. We'll see what happens here. But DGLY, Digital Ally. Yeah, Trenton. BBI doesn't look bad, brother. DGLY. Digital Ally is good. The big thing you want to understand about this is that this one is going to be influenced by how the lockdowns and the pandemic are doing, right? If the pandemic's worse, then this stock should go up. If the market gets better and people start leaving and cases are going down, then Digital Ally will probably go down with it. And so, again, this one's directly correlated with how much the virus is affecting our economy, right? And so, again, the virus has caused some fears over the weekend, and so with that, DGLY is ripping up because it's going to be more useful during that time, right? And so that's the thing you want to understand about Digital Ally. Basically, if you think the virus is going to negatively affect the market more, you can basically bet that Digital Ally is going to continue to go up. Is basically the common logic behind this one, if that makes sense, right? We'll see, but that's kind of the common logic behind it. So high temp fishing. So I made a video this past weekend about stocks that I want to buy right now, and one of them was Disney. The big thing though is that it came out on Sunday, and so I'm still looking to get in Disney, and I think Disney looks pretty cheap here. And the logic behind it is that I think that even if the virus gets worse, Disney's streaming platform is growing, is quadrupling. And so with that, they're getting a lot of business. So like if the virus gets worse, they can fall back on Disney Plus. And they also, if sports come back, if the virus gets better, then they're going to run up because of that as well, I think. But again, it's all just my opinion. Ooh, man, look at GNUS here. That's what I said. It looks strong, man. It looks strong. Honestly, I got to say this, though. There was a while where I kind of talked smack about penny stocks. And get your cameras out, guys, because you might hear John apologize. But there was a while where I talked smack about penny stocks, right? I didn't think that you could consistently make money with them. And like after this past week and a half, when I've gone over 80% accuracy live on the stream, so I can't fake it because it's been live, I'm starting to see that you actually can make money with them consistently. And so I apologize to all the penny stock traders. If I talk smack about penny stocks, you know, you were right, I was wrong. You were smart, I was dumb. I can't think of the other quote from Billy Madison, but you know, so forth and so on. As I say that though, GNUS ripping up here, breaking over $5. Hopefully, it's at $4.95 now. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Robert. Y'all be like my man Robert up there and hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every single day right here on YouTube. Shout out to Soul. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Hey, see ya, Sid. mRNA, yeah, mRNA is a vaccine stock, and so mRNA is ripping up, and this is one that I'm going to be watching today as well. Certainly, I'm certainly going to be watching this one today. We'll see though. You know, ultimately we're just going to have to wait and see what happens here. But the vaccine, I think, is a little bit less stable relative to everything else. Like I think that one's a little bit more of a coin flip about who's actually going to come through with the vaccine, and I know Moderna is the leading candidate here, but the reason this one's up today is because Ray Jordan joined them as chief corporate affairs officer. And they also made headway, or Sinovac made headway in the coronavirus vaccine race.
Oh, well, hey, well, good news, John.
What's up?
That one is actually causing my penny stock to completely start shooting off.
Nice.
Right by the price point that we called it out on. That's a DVAX. DVAX on the move today, guys.
Yes, sir.
DVAX. The best part is that I talked about in the video. Watch for a potential move towards that 550 area, and then coming back up and ripping through 6. Now we're at 650s, guys.
Yes, sir.
We're starting to make a move. Maybe talk about where I called it out to where it is already. We're talking about a 20% move. I'm gonna be looking for this stock to definitely get hot.
Yes, sir. Hey, dude. I don't mean to keep bringing this up, but look at GNUS, guys. This is the bum bum bum. This is the miss of the day for this one for me. But again, I'm still learning penny stocks, but the plan would have worked, man. Look at it, over 5.
You didn't miss.
Right.
You just got out early.
Yeah, 100%. But
there's a difference. There's a difference. You didn't miss.
Right, 100%. And I think that what I have to take from this trade, there's a few things I have to take from it, right? Number one is that the strategies that I'm using in penny stocks are actually very effective. They've been working a huge amount of the time. Like I said, 5 out of 6 of the last penny stock trades that I've done on stream have been successful. And so it's been live when I'm doing these trades. The other thing is that I need to let it work. I think my plan of buying in on dips and then waiting for strength around the open is a very plausible, logical trading plan for a lot of these penny stocks, right? Like waiting after a big move up, waiting for them to dip down to either half dollar or whole dollar support, either major support and resistance on the chart as well, and then looking for that strength into the open. I think is a very profitable way to approach it. I'll make a video about it later, reviewing every trade that I made in the last week and a half. And like I said, I think it actually works pretty well. And again, sorry to all the penny stock traders. There's a while where I just completely doubted penny stocks' profitability and consistency. But with that, after the last week and a half, man, my mind has changed, honestly, brother. My mind has changed.
And DVAX getting hot here.
Yeah, I'll put you up, Mitch, for a little bit. I'm gonna sell out really quick on social media, do my posts. So you're up right now.
On it. All right, guys. So right now you guys are seeing DVAX. This is a stock that had a COVID play. I talked about this one in my video that was released out on Wednesday night. You guys are seeing this one started to rip, get up there to the 660s. Another one mentioned CLDX. I'll keep an eye on those. And then also the last one on there. Let's just keep an eye on IMGN. One of the things that I'll be looking for, as I said in the video, look for a potential buy around 425s. I would look for it to hold around 419s and definitely hold that $4 price point. And then I'll look for this one eventually to come back around 5. This is what I'll be looking for, and kind of what I try to do, guys. The real key is I try to look for these support entries on these penny stocks. I'm not really looking to buy the resistance. I'm looking to scoop the bottom, give myself a tight risk and a great reward potential.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The trading world is so shady. Yeah.
It always has.
Dude, I run ads on Facebook, right? And I run ads on Facebook because I'm just trying to grow as fast as we can, right? So I run ads for YouTube on Facebook. And in the comments section, man, the comments section could be its own movie, man. You got people angry, people say I'm spamming them, all this funny stuff, man. But then you got the people that are like, I'm up 7,000% in 30 minutes day trading stocks. And then you got somebody else that's like, how did you do it? And they're like, PM me for more information. It's like, dude, shut up, man. It's a good lesson on trading, though. What's up, pal? I'm getting... yeah. P. I'm just gonna call you P. I don't know how to pronounce it, but message me after the stream. I got you. I'll help you. What's up? No idea how y'all trade penny stocks. What does everyone do? Just scalp? I've mostly been scalping. Now, to show you, like I said, I'm going to make a video this week. Like, Mitch has got one that comes out tomorrow. I'm going to have a penny stock video talking about the trades I made and the strategies that I implemented. I think it's going to be the top 3 penny stock strategies for this current market is what the video is going to be about. And with that, I'm going to talk about the strategies that I've used in the last few days reviewing those trades. But like I said, I used to be a serious doubter about penny stocks. I really did. But like with that said, though, I think that I'm noticing a very consistent trend in some of these penny stocks that are profitable. Like I see the consistency that you can make there, and it's just about taking advantage of the momentum. This is a little bit of both, Don. Like, we talk about investments, we talk about swing trades, we talk about day trades, we talk about penny stocks, we talk about mid and high caps. We do it all, really. And like with that, guys, let's take a look at the market one more time. But yeah, like I said, we can take a look at the market real quick. If you caught me this morning, I made a little bit of money on G and US today, just about 20 bucks, but it adds up over time. But yeah, the SPY is down. The big level here for the SPY today, team, is I think this $300 level. I think that's a huge level that a lot of people are going to be watching, and I think it's a big psychological level as well. Not only is it a whole dollar, but it is a $100 level as well. And so with that, I think that's going to be a big level. I'd watch 300 today. If we do break, obviously, the lows of pre-market at 295.10 is interesting. This big support level at about 297 is interesting as well. And so I think those are the levels that I'm specifically going to be watching, but we'll see what ultimately happens here. Again, gotta wait and be patient with a lot of these moves, but with that, we're gonna hopefully get some good moves at the open, and we got less than 3 minutes. We got about 2.5 minutes left, so good luck, team. Wish me luck. Let's make some money today, hopefully, and remember, be careful. We got a lot of momentum today. I'm going to look to trade it think or swim at the open. So I'm going to try to trade some of these penny plays at the open. The penny stocks that I'm specifically watching are BBI. BBI here, if it starts to rip up over that, really over this $3 level and over specifically these levels right here, this level right here at 315, then I'm probably going to jump in BBI. It also depends if it pulls like a red to green move. I think that's the strategy that I'm ultimately going to look at. For some of these penny plays at the open is specifically a red to green move. So I'm going to look for a stock to go down and then quickly reverse back up, breaking highs. Right? If we can get that, I'll probably take something. Again, I'm also going to be looking at GNUS. This one has been very strong this morning, very, very strong, and this is one that I made a little bit of money with already. We also have stuff like NETE, which is probably the craziest mover right now. Look at NETE, guys. This one is ripping up from 460s all the way up to 1360, so a huge, huge move. So this one's up like 200 and something %. Just a crazy move here for NETE. We'll watch this one, but I like this one probably the least because there's so much risk to trade this one right now. Unless you're buying like 1 or 2 shares, there's just a lot of risk with this type of stock because yes, it's moving up in a very fast way. It can also come down very quickly too. And so be careful, team. That's my best advice. Yeah, there it is, Liam. You know, Liam says, I'm stupid, you're smart, you were right, I was wrong, you're the best, I'm the worst, you're very good looking, I'm not attractive. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, brother? %, James. 100%, man. Alright, guys. Let's do this. We got 30 seconds. Let's make some money today. I'm going to get everything up here. Get my high of the day momentum scanners up. Here's the bell, guys. 15 seconds. Alright, guys. Here we go. And there we go. Good luck, team. Alright, I'm looking at BBI here. I'm also going to be looking at a few other ones. There's the bell. BBI dropping here. GNUS big drop. I'm also going to look at NETE here. Like I said, I don't mind taking a few trades in pre-market or in after the bell. Come on, Thinkorswim. Don't do this to me, Thinkorswim. You really going to do this to me today, man? My Thinkorswim is frozen. Maybe we get a pre-market high break. I'll jump in. All right, I'm gonna look for a $5 break on GNUS. I've already built up some profit on this one today, so I think I'm gonna wait for that. I think I could probably only get about 100 shares of this one. Let me see how much. No, I could probably get 150. Like I said, we need not only a move down, but we need a move back up. EDSA, guys. Man, my Thinkorswim's frozen, team. Is anybody else freezing up on Thinkorswim? Huge drop in GNUS. Is anybody else frozen on Thinkorswim? I'm looking at BBI. What is going on with my charts here for Thinkorswim? I can't look at anything. Okay, well, yeah, are y'all having issues? Okay, so it's not just me.
It happens, guys, it happens. Don't stress it too much, guys. Just hang around there. It should be back. If anything, restart.
Yeah. All right, we're getting ready here, team. We're getting ready. We break $5 here for GNUS. I'm long in this thing. See how good the market orders are going to be filled here. Y'all let me know if Thinkorswim's working for you. It's not one. Listen, the charts are working, right? But what's not working is if I try to select a different stock, it's not loading. Like, that's actually the issue right now. So it's not that it's not working. Like, I haven't actually tried to trade it yet. But what actually is going on is that the charts are not loading when I select a new stock, unfortunately. I wonder if Thinkorswim will give me a margin account. I actually don't want a margin account because that's going to restrict my day trades. But the problem is I can't watch the stocks I wanted to watch this morning. Alright, there we go. I'm back. My charting is back, finally. Alright, so we're back, guys. Well, kind of. I mean... we were for a second, now we're not again. Alright, we're coming back.
Having a little bit of data issues. We'll get through it, guys.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, it happens. It happens to everything, honestly. But yeah, what I'm waiting for is either BBI to break over 260s or GNUS to break over 5. I'm scared to try to show you BBI.
I'm watching Hilton, guys. Hilton.
There we go. That should allow me to make a much bigger chart here. Alright, so I'm not seeing any big moves at the open quite yet. I'm seeing GNUS is ripping down. and that's about it. BBI2. So I'm looking at the high of the day momentum scanner. HGSH is what I'm seeing.
All right, guys, I have an order out here to get short on Hilton at 74.60. Let's see if I get filled.
HGSH looks good. Here, I'll put you up for now.
Still haven't gotten in. It's kind of a bigger spread stock, so trying to measure in here. See if I can get in here in a little bounce. I'm looking to play it down, guys.
I'm looking at a HGSH here for penny stocks right now. We get a break of this high of the day. I'm going to try to scalp 250 shares. And no fill with a market order on Thinkorswim. Now it fills me. Great.
All right, guys, it just got filled here. Got to really be careful of getting a spike up here. Can't let it go past 75.10s. If not, got to instantly get out.
Alright, I got out a half of the position here. I'm gonna get out the rest there. Come on, get me out.
All right, guys, getting squeezed here. Just trying to measure out here. Definitely got the squeeze put on me. SPY just went green and just kind of flipped on me.
Yeah, I think I got... So HGSH got halted on the way up, and I barely got out in time. I kind of wish I would have kept in it, but I did make $30 on that trade really quickly. I don't know why Thinkorswim filled me when it was getting halted, but we are getting a halt here for HSGH, and I am out of this one now. But I missed the halt. I would have liked to take the halt. But...
All right, guys, I'm definitely getting squeezed here. I'm just trying to control this position. The range is getting me here, so trying to measure it in here.
But that's not too bad. I made about $30, so I'm up about 50 something on the day, or about 50 actually, which is completely fine. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it would have been better for me to stay in the halt for HGSH? Let me know in the chat.
Alright, got squeezed out in this one, guys. It still hasn't even ticked down once for me. Trying to measure out in this trade here, but I'm kind of stuck right now, so trying to be smart.
Yeah, like literally the second before the halt, I got out. Like I said, I think it would have probably been better to just hold through that, and I would have made a lot of money with it, but...
Alright, it just flipped there for me, so I'm gonna hold for a second.
What was my entry for HSGH? I think it was, what, 185?
Alright, guys, SPY ripping out there, getting squeezed hard here. I'm out. Yeah, SPY flipped there, went green, and it hit me hard there.
Yeah, I made about 15 cents a share for that one. But at least I'm out. But man, I think it would have been better to hold through that halt.
Alright, guys, some of the better plays I mentioned today, Gain and DKNG. Nice VWAP bounces on both of them.
I'm using a mix of different platforms, Johnny. I'm using Tefs, I'm using Thinkorswim, I'm using Weeble some. Yeah, like I said, what do you guys think about that HSGH trade? Do you think I should have held that one through the halt? Do you think it would have been a good thing for me to hold it through the halt or what?
It all depends.
The other day, remember, I got stuck in a halt. I can't remember what the stock was. I think it was like it was like IDEX is what it was, I think. And I thought it was a good thing at the time, because usually if a stock gets halted on the way up, it usually gaps up. The problem though is that Thinkorswim didn't fill me whenever it resumed, and then I got stuck in a halt on a gap down. And that was actually my only loss trading the penny stocks like this. But yeah.
All right, guys. One of my stocks going through the roof already, guys. Gain. I said to watch out for 17 support in pre-market. This thing's already up there at 19. Really quick rip up there, $1. This is another stock that's on my list for my video that should be coming out tomorrow. I might have to rush and try to get it out tonight, as you see these positions already start ripping through.
I'm gonna buy AMD with 300 shares here, anticipating a spike up above the whole dollar. I think I'm in AMD, yeah. This is gonna be a little bit longer term trade, not necessarily a scalp. We're just pulling back to the VWAP, and I like the risk here, so we're gonna try to let it work and maybe hold it down to like 80 or so. Gotta get out there. Big drop for AMD. It's alright. We'll find something else. First loss today, though. Alright, so HSGH was halted at 37, so it should resume just about now. Let's see what happens here. Just to have a little bit of FOMO. Or it's HGSH. Alright, yeah, there's the resumption. It's over 2. What? So yeah, it's up to 210s now. Huge rip. Yep, like I said, I figured it would probably run, but it's alright. I made my money today. I can't be upset. I made $50 today on Thinkorswim trading penny stocks. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Irvin. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. I don't mind getting stubborn with AMD here either. Keeping the risk pretty tight. I'm back in with 300 shares here for AMD.
Alright guys, I'm short here, NKLA guys. Trying to play a fade here.
That's a good one to trade. I'll put you up just for that.
Yep, the movement's fast in this one, guys, so really be careful with this one. I got in here with 100 shares at 61.64, guys. Alright, getting this good first move here down to 61s. When it breaks 61s, we're going to take majority of it off here.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people upset about Thinkorswim. Just listen, it happens, team. You know, just take 5 minutes if you guys need to. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep, nothing wrong with that, guys. At the end of the day, it's gonna happen whenever you use somebody that's not charging you for their platform.
Yep. Yeah, I sold 200 shares in my AMD trade. At the top, we're holding 100 shares left.
Alright guys, I got the bid down where I want it, but I need the ask to come to that price. So let's see if this cracks 61s, and then we should get that dip there.
Alright, big drop in MU on or AMD. I'm probably gonna get out the rest. I'm only holding 100 shares, so like I'm fine regardless, but I gotta be careful with these last few. Yeah, I'm gonna get out there. That's a lot of weakness. So a break-even trade on the last, on that last one. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Jerry. Remember, guys, subscribe if you haven't already. We do this live for free every single day on YouTube. We are not experts here. We are not gurus. We just teach people what works for us. It might not work for you. And so with that, we definitely appreciate any support we can get. And, subscribe if you can. That's one of the easiest free ways to help support us. Click that like button, too. Also, if you click the bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get a notification alert every single time we go live or upload a new video, which is, again, every single day.
All right, team, looking to see if this MKLA is going to go ahead and break down. I'm going to go ahead and draw the trade out here for you. So we got this drive down followed by a big volume. All right, and then we got this push back to VWAP. Going to see if it holds VWAP here and just pushes right back down. That's the kind of look that we're looking for. We have the risk right above it. And at the end of the day, this is one that's on the move. But I just think right now that move, it was a little bit quick there. And I think we could go ahead and take advantage of this little momentum. We'll see if it works. At the end of the day, all you can do is set yourself up.
Yep. Yeah, it sounds like the story of the day is think or swim acting up, man.
Hey, it happens, guys. Like always, guys, you can't really kind of blame the broker. It's just part of the game, guys.
Yeah. I am in AMD short here. Once it broke under 57s or 5270s, we're getting squeezed out, it looks like here. I'm gonna give it one more second, let it test the $0.50. All right, we're back in the green. I just took half of that position off. I'm holding 200 shares left. Gonna look for a breakdown to 52.50 or so.
There you go, guys. That's the breakdown I was looking for, guys. I'm gonna look to take half off here at 60.50s. If I can get it. It came up on the bid, so let's see if we can get it on the ass side.
Yeah, I'm holding 100 shares of AMD. Exit will be over 71 or 72 for break even on the rest.
Trying to let the spread even out here. It's about 60 cents on the spread right now. There we go. Getting down there, guys. Getting down there. Working it. We're almost to our price here. All right, we're gonna take half majority off there at 60.66. This will give us a great first exit and can take off majority of the pressure completely in this trade now. The real key now is that I can hold to like a trend line, pointing downwards from the entry, and just kind of let it hold right there, right at my entry, and try to let this work down through that 59.59.
I just got out the rest of my AMD trade. Another entry point in HGSH. I don't know, man. But yeah, I exited my AMD trade. I'm only down 35 on the day now, small. We're gonna try to get into my rhythm here.
All right, guys, gonna set a stop and let this work. I'm looking for it to get down there towards that 59. If it can, of course, I'm gonna go ahead and take some off. The real key is I'm trying to get up to there into the hundreds here and take this win at above 100.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep you up for a second. Somebody's telling me to restart Thinkorswim and install the update. My Thinkorswim's still acting up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And keep you up.
Could be. Yeah, definitely. All right, here we go. So we're gonna put an order out at 60. I think we can get a move down really quickly to that level. There you go. It's starting to break there. Short up 30s.
Is there a reset button? I'm just gonna exit out.
There was 40s for a second there. Let me see if it gets lower than 40. There's 25s. trying to let it crack down towards the 625s here. There you go. I'll take some there at 31s. I don't want to give myself a chance to this all to come all the way back up. So I took a little bit more right there. And now I'll let this kind of crack if it does. If it does crack here, golden, and we take it down by 59.50s. There you go. It's looking good here. All right, let's see if we can break these 60s here.
All right, we're back up and running for Thinkorswim. So yeah, restart, guys, if you're having issues. It works.
Good job. Hey, way to help each other out, guys. That's what we're here for. At the end of the day, we're a team. And good job on the chat, guys, working that kind of kink out. Gonna give this a second to see if it cracks 59.59. If not, I'm gonna get out here, guys. Take my profit. All right, it's bouncing there off the 60s. Want to see it hold these 40s, 60-40. Finger on the trigger to get out if it gets above 60-40.
NATE. Yeah, what's that one doing? But yeah, guys, I can't lie. I am starting to get wrapped up more in penny stocks. I'm gonna still trade mid and high cap stocks like I always do, but penny stocks have been working.
All right, guys, let's see this one cracks here. It's gonna test it.
I am in a MU long. About to take half off here, holding 200 shares left. See if we get a high that they break on the wrist. I'm gonna get out the wrist soon. I'm gonna get out the rest there. So I'm up 16 bucks on the day. Kind of fighting my way back to green. We're getting some high breaks here in the market.
All right, guys, there's 46 about to get out. Anything ticks here, really? And I'll get out. Quick rejection there. There's 46.
The market's trying to break highs, guys. Just giving everybody a heads up there. Market just broke highs. The previous high was at 299.40. We were at 299.58 now. So we're ripping up. Like I said in pre-market though, guys, the big level in the SPY is going to be that 300 level. You know, that's a huge level. And
Right. Got there, guys. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
There. Just want to make sure everyone knows I'm out. Not bad trade there. $107. Bouncing back from our first loss of the day. And now we're up into green, about $30. Let's go ahead and work now with the little green we have, a cushion.
Yeah, nice work, bro.
Man, John, one of my stocks already going through the roof, man. Gain already up about 12%. And really, you guys will see from the video, I talk about the $17 price point being so important for this one. And this one dipped down in pre-market, bounced right off of that level, now up there almost to $20. All right, guys, I'm starting to like work. Work is starting to look good, guys. We wanted to pull back a little bit here, but it's definitely starting to look good.
Paul says, John, be careful with penny stocks. I am, brother. You know me, man. One of my favorite things about my trading is risk management, right? I think if I gotta give myself credit for anything, that's one of the things I gotta give myself credit for. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Thank you. Y'all be like them. Hit that subscribe button. We got over 500 people in here. But yeah, with that said, though, I am noticing a consistent trend in penny stocks that has been profitable. Like I said, I think I traded either 6 or 7 times. I might have lost twice. And so I've made money 5 times and I've lost twice in the last week and a half, right? And so very consistent so far with this specific strategy that I'm using. And with that, I've been focusing on them a little bit more, trying to catch that momentum. One thing that I think has worked well for me is scalping momentum here. And I think that helps me see the momentum when it comes in. But it's been working really well. I've been growing a solid amount. I'm still going to trade mid and high caps just because I've made thousands of dollars in the last few months doing so. And that's my niche too, but I'm going to also branch out and start trading some penny stocks every morning too, I think. We use a bunch of different ones. We use TEFs for mid and high caps. For penny stocks, I use Thinkorswim, Robinhood, Webull. Alright, market breaking highs, guys. Like I said, market's going to try to break this $300 level. I'm going to jump back in MU here with 500 shares. See if we get a high of the day break.
Just really want to quickly tell everybody the VIX is doing pretty bad today and has already faded once.
Alright, I'm letting MU work here. Hopefully get a squeeze above this high of the day. Holding 300 shares, or 500 shares, sorry. I think it's going to also depend on what the market gives us here. If the market rips up, this is going to pull up. If the market gets rejected, it's going to drop down. But there we go.
All right, guys. One of my stocks I'm taking a look at here. A little part of me doesn't even want to play this one because it's one of the ones on my list, but it's starting to set up perfectly here. I'll keep an eye on it, guys. I'll let you guys know if it starts really moving. Yeah, I like that move. Just need a pullback here.
AMD ripping up breaking highs here.
Well, but we might as well reward our viewers that watch us every single day, letting them know the stock. A little part of me wants to keep this one because it's so good, but I think in the long run, this one will eventually take off also. It's in the gaming sector. You could look at AESE. All right, gain, guys, gain. Gonna look for a VWAP bounce play in this one, guys. This one's pulling back big. Let's see if we get a VWAP bounce play somewhere near 1880s. That's what I'm gonna be looking for, guys.
All right, guys, so MU's pulling back here. I'm still holding 500 shares, about break even with it right now. There's 24s, 25s. If I can get out a little bit of this position, I'd be happy with it. But we are at highs of the day, and so with that, we could get some rejections in either direction. We could get some rejections down for sure. And I think I just need to be patient with it and try to let it get up to 30. There's 29s. I'm going to get out half here just to protect myself because it's been a little bit of a roller coaster trade so far. We're gonna hold the last 200 shares. There we go. Looking good. I'm gonna get out another half here. I'm gonna hold this last 100 shares to see ideally if we can get it up to like 45s or so. But yeah, I'm gonna get out the rest there. Keep the rest about break even. Up 35 on the day. Just a big pullback right before I exited, but still up a little bit on the day. We're gonna continue working here. But yeah, I'm out of all of it. Diego says, is there a PDT rule on Thinkorswim? Appreciate the sub, Jay. So if you have a margin account, there is, right? If you have a cash account like I do, there's no PDT rule, but you do have to follow the T3 rule or the T2 rule. So you got to wait 2 days after each transaction. So it really just depends on the amount of equity you have and whether that's going to allow you to, you know, trade. I'm in with 200 shares of MU here, or with AMD, trying to catch it. I think I got in a little bit late, but I think I can also use the previous closing price as my risk here. Ideally, I want to see a break up this high up here at 75. The reason I got into this one is just because, alright, there we go. So there's 75s. Maybe I should have taken some off there. Trying to give AMD a little bit of time to see if it breaks the highs, but doesn't look like that's what we're gonna get. Hey, I appreciate the sub, G. Welcome, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Yeah, y'all hit the subscribe button. Be like G, hit the subscribe button. We do this live every day. I'm probably gonna get out here. There's 62s. So there's the breakout. I'm gonna get out half here, holding the last 100 shares. Was patient with it and caught this, but we're gonna let it work up to 90s hopefully. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna get out the rest there. So up about $70 on the day.
All right, guys. It's one of those days that it's a little frustrating to me. Every stock I've been trying to get you guys early is on the move. So it's a good thing, because at the end of the day, I'm seeing these stocks really well, but hopefully they can hold on. Yeah,
I just put you in timeout, Hero. The reason I put you in timeout, brother, is because we're all in the middle of trading, man. Like, we're in the middle of trading. Like, we're not gonna have time to respond to you about random stuff that has nothing to do with the market, bro. Like, we're not gonna have time to just give you attention here when we're in the middle of risking money in the stock market, brother. So, you know, if you threaten to, here's a good lesson for everybody, right? You threaten to leave, you threaten to unsubscribe. I'm gonna ban you, and I'm gonna tell you to do it because you don't have any leverage over me, team. Remember that. But yeah, you're in timeout, bro. We love you, hero, but stop threatening people, man. Yeah, that's right, Texas. I gotta put him in timeout for 5 minutes. But yeah, guys, up about $67 on the day. We're kind of grinding this account up now. Caught the bounce on, just to explain this trade so everybody understands it here. This light blue line is the previous closing price. And so what you saw me do here is that AMD pushed above the previous closing price. So it actually went from red to green on the day. It went from being red on the day below the previous closing price to green on the day above the previous closing price. And so once it did that and it dipped back down, I said, okay, well, it broke above the previous closing price. I'm going to think it's going to hold support there now. I think it's going to hold the previous closing price as support. And so you see me enter all right here and try to ride it up to see if it pushes above, which it did. That was the strategy, basically looking for that previous closing price to hold as a risk level and then riding it up with the high of the day breakout. And so I hope that makes sense. It works really well, and it's a really good example on how valuable the previous closing price can be. If you are in our Discord, we do have a script for the previous closing price that automatically documents it for you. You just go to our Thinkorswim script share in Discord, and again, previous closing price, definitely a valuable level, has a lot of sway over a stock's movement for sure, and with a prime example there on AMD. Host APT, I got you. Alpha Pro Tech, yep. Yeah, this is a mask, a medical mask company. I know what APT is. It's a medical mask company. It's going to be directly influenced by COVID. But with that, I mean, the market's actually bouncing up. It's actually pretty green on the day. You know, if you guys haven't already, I made a video this past week, or I made a video for Sunday talking about my top 4 stocks that I'm going to be buying today, and I think they're all looking really solid here, especially considering how much they are down. And so if you want to go check out that video, I'll post that video here. Like I said, it's pure speculation and just my opinion on these things, but especially when you look at how far these stocks dropped and then bounced this morning, I think there's a lot of profit to be made there. Y'all go check out that video right there. Leave me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. There's the link for it in the chat. Somebody else is asking, how do you get to our Discord? I got you.
All right, guys, long NKLA now. I'm trying to add to this position. I saw WKHS rip out. I saw Tesla rip out. I couldn't grab WKHS. You guys know about that stock. I always trade it, but just let that one go. And now I'm in NKLA, and I'm looking to add to this position as it looks really good. The real key is, can I get a position closer towards 6150 or below?
There's our Discord link in the chat for whoever was asking about it. Y'all also go check out my man Trader Mike's Discord. Low-key, he has probably the most active penny stock Discord I've ever seen. And so y'all go check out his Discord if you haven't already. Like I said, really dope Discord. Super active. And so they got a huge team of traders there that talk on a daily basis into the open. So I'll find that link and post it here too. Yeah, so the top one's mine, the bottom one's Trader Mike's. Oh, great, we got Hero here.
All right, guys, this is looking great for us here in NKLA, guys. I'm just going to strap myself in and give this one a ride. Here we go. Now up there to 62s, guys. Once we get through 62.16s, we should get to the 62.50 area. That's going to be looking for to take first profit. Here we go, guys. Starting to lift off here. What I'm going to do here is actually I'm going to put an order out on the limit side for 45.
Yeah, looks good, brother. Good job, man.
Here we go. Just got it filled, guys. All right, just took half of it off, and now I'm going to let this really work up. One of the key things here, guys, is flipping my idea and not being so biased. I really thought this stock was going to go up on the day, but when I saw it get flushed so hard, I didn't see that potential of it ripping on that first move, so I played the fade first, and now I saw the momentum push really strongly up, and I took it on the long side.
Yeah, I know even Trader Mike said he was switching out of Thinkorswim, and I don't blame him, man. Thinkorswim, the last 2 weeks, here's the issue though, right? Like, this is the reality. As these platforms start to open up free commissions, they're going to get worse. It's something Mitch has talked about too. Like, obviously, they're going to get worse fills. They're going to have worse service because they're losing a large chunk of profits.
All right, guys. Looking to sell a little bit more. Sorry about that, John.
Oh, you're good.
She's moving fast.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Mitch? About Thinkorswim?
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that, guys. There you go, guys. Just took 20 off more there at 63. It took it. Not a bad trade there. We're up about more than $1 on this trade here. So let me talk a little bit about what free commissions did for us and what it didn't do for us. So what it did for us is, of course, it lowered down the price of the cost to take a trade. But what it didn't do for us, guys, is actually limit our costs and give us the best tools. The reason brokers really charge money for their platforms is not necessarily because they just want to take your money. It's also because they want to provide you the best platform with the best speed, with the best customer service and work behind it. I think what you ended up seeing by free commissions coming in is that these companies have to go ahead and take a hit somewhere. And I think where they're going to be taking a hit the most is on, if they have a free platform, it's going to be harder for them to provide the quality that they really want at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you're not paying for it. And this is very expensive to hold, guys. The amount of people that use Thinkorswim, those servers that need to be put close to the New York Stock Exchange, it's expensive. It's cheap, guys. And so I think this is what's really playing an effect here, and something you have to keep in mind whenever you choose a platform or a broker is always figure out the strengths and weaknesses and understand if that fits you.
All right, I didn't want to interrupt, Mitch. I am in United Airlines here. I'm holding 500 shares. I went in with 1,000 and scalped some off the top, and I'm trying to let the 500 work here. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest. I've made a little bit on it so far, but I think under 75 is where I'm going to look to exit if this one drops under there. We're about break even with the rest right now, but I am trying to be patient here. This is what I call a rebound bounce setup, but I'm trying to be patient with it. We'll see. I'm gonna get out a little bit more there. Hold 200 shares left here. Tefs is actually lagging a little bit. I'm gonna get out the rest there. So I am up
guys. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I just got out the rest. I'm up 117 on the day right now.
Not bad, not bad. We're working today, John.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got you back up. Yeah, you're killing it, man.
Yeah, guys. I'm gonna take 20 off here as we rip through the 64. Boom. Just took it off there, guys. Look at that rip. And now I'm gonna let the rest of this just work, guys. Look at this. We're up now $150 on this. My little 10 shares that I have left, I'm up about 30-40 bucks on it. So just gonna let these little 10 shares try to work above 65. If they can't get above 65, I'll take it off and take a solid win today, guys. Solid win here on NKLA, guys. Also, if you guys are seeing NKLA, I've been talking about this stock that's been moving with it. It's a cheaper stock. There's no need to always look at these expensive stock. You can look at WKHS today, and there you go. You can find a cheaper play. Something I always like to talk about is that there's always a cheaper play out there. You just got to find what I call the leaders and the laggers. And look at the chart on WKHS today. It's actually cleaner than NKLA's chart. It just went up, VWAP bounce, straight up to the moon. It's at 393, and I could see this one getting through 4 today. This is another stock that was included in the penny stock video, and really, it's included in my stocks of the year. That's what WKHS is in. And I have started a list for the stocks for the year, and I'm really going to slowly release that to you guys. The real key is these are stocks that I really believe in the business itself, not just only purely the charts. These are stocks that I looked into their business, and I think that the environment is good for them.
Yeah, like I posted in the chat though, guys, if y'all are mad at Thinkorswim, y'all go check out Webull. There's the link. Webull's a dope platform too, really good free commission platform as well. Also has options trades, and you get a free stock for signing up. And I think if you deposit $100, you get 2 free stocks. Don't quote me, I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure you at least get a free stock. So y'all go check out Webull. It's right there. I might trade a little bit on Webull today too in the penny stock game. Let me pull my Webull account up. Anyway.
So what I heard is that Powell is testifying right now. He's not speaking, but he's testifying.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if this is 100% accurate, so I'm going to go ahead and do some bigger research on exactly what this could be. But I'm getting word of a rumor that he's testifying right now. I'm going to go ahead and look that up, see what it's about or what it could be.
Interesting. Yeah, I got Webull here, guys. I don't mind trading on Webull too if I need to. But yeah, this is Webull right here. I don't use the charts. One thing that you could do, guys, is do what I do, which is just kind of use whatever platform you want, and then I stick with Thinkorswim charts, right? So it's like I still use Thinkorswim charts because they're my favorite, but I use other executing platforms. Like that's what you see me do with TEFs. That's what you see me do with Webull. Let me know if you see any penny stocks. SEED is ripping, guys. SEED. Thinkorswim's better though. I think they just had an update.
All right, I'm not finding actually specifics on that, but there is major support about him talking about how on June 10th he gave policymakers kind of the idea that they will hold interest rates at 0 and signaling that they would be there through 2022. So that's a far outcast. That's almost a year and a half from now. So that's a look that says that he expects the economy it needs a longer time to recover.
All right, team, I'm looking at ISEE here, and this is a penny stock about to break over highs that I might long a little bit here with like 100 shares.
All right, guys. I'll let John handle this and tell you guys about that position. I'll just let you guys know through 65s, I'll be looking to take profit.
All right, I just got filled with my 100 shares at 465. I'm down 50 cents so far. Yeah, I got filled at 465, so I'm down a little bit, but it's just 100 shares. I'm gonna give this one a little bit of time, so I'll update you guys as that goes on, and I'll put Mitch back up. Oh, you guys couldn't see it. My bad. Here's Webull, guys. This is what I'm holding on Webull right now. These are all stocks that I've gotten for signing up, for people signing up. There's bottom two right there, but I'm still holding 100 shares of ISEE. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Michael. Welcome, brother. I appreciate the sub, as well as everybody else that subscribed today. We got We had over 500 people here for a while, and we're getting a ton of subs right now, so I appreciate it, David. Everybody else that subscribed, appreciate the love, team, really do.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Appreciate the love. Definitely hit the like. This is what we do, guys. Try to show you guys our experience. We're in NKLA here. It's still letting it rip, guys. Still letting it rip.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Tony. All the subs today, guys. I appreciate the love. We really have been growing like crazy. And the fun thing is, guys, is like, look, like we're just a free resource and community for traders. Like we're not experts here. We're not gurus. We don't sell a course. We don't sell a service. Like in the end, we just trade live and let people watch us trade. And we just want to be a resource for traders to get together and learn for free without having to pay anything. And then we trade live so you can see what it's actually like. Right, so that way we're not like cherry picking winning trades and just uploading those so you guys can only see the winners. You can see all of it because it's all live. We can't fake it, you know. And so yeah, I appreciate the support. We've been growing faster than we ever have, and so shout out to everybody that's helped us grow lately.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Just sitting here in NKLA, up more than $3 a share. And that's the important thing here, is taking a good range stock, giving an ability to take what? A good risk to reward. At the end of the day, you always got to get that kind of risk and reward, and that's what we're getting here, and we're letting it extend on the last little bit, which is something I really recommend for traders to do. But you just got to set a limit on to where, hey, if it comes back to this point, I'm definitely going to take profits. And that's what I always recommend. There we go. 65 starting to hit, guys. Look at her go.
Yeah, I'm in with 500 shares of Uber. Looking for a VWAP bounce here if the market rips up. But just 500 shares. I'll keep Mitch up. Just he's killing it with that one.
Look at this thing, man. This thing has some boost on it right now. All right, there's a strong pullback, guys. We're going to look for it to hold 64.50, a crack of 64.50. It needs to get right back above 65.
Right now, and I'm holding 500 shares of Uber on a day trade, and then I'm holding ISEE, and then a few other like free stocks that I got on Webull, but those aren't like real trades. I just don't have enough day trades to sell those right now, and it's each one share, so you know, we're just gonna sit with them. Ooh, I looked the other way and I am down big on Uber. Man, I gotta get out here. Worst case scenario there. Lost about 75 bucks. Just wasn't paying attention, which I gotta laugh at myself a little bit for that. Ended up losing $75 just because I completely forgot I was in this trade on Uber. I'm still up on the day, but lost a pretty big loss. Took a pretty big loss from just not paying attention. It's alright. Yeah, Robinhood Gold does that, PK. But it does restrict you to 3 times per week, right? So basically it's like, or it might be Webull Gold. The thing about it though, like you want to understand, is that some of them give you instant settlement, right? But like then they restrict you with the PDT rule, even if it's a cash account, right? And I think for me specifically, what works a lot better is just keeping a few $1,000s in equity in the account. And so that way, you know, I can trade more than 3 times per week. I just use less equity and I make sure to kind of conserve my equity in my account, right? That is the best way I have found to kind of get around the PDT rule with the cash account, is just have a few $1,000 and just trade penny stocks small.
All right, guys, I just covered there. I'm going to look for a VWAP bounce play. If it comes back to VWAP, I'll look to try to get back in here. If it just comes up and rips and we missed out on a little bit more, it's really not too much more, so we're going to be okay with that. We're just going to stick with that nice win. Now we're sitting up over about $160 on the day. So really, if I take another trade, it's going to be a real measured trade. Don't want to get myself into too much risk now since I'm up a significant amount of the day. This is when I go ahead and take small risk and look to get kind of these little wins to keep the realized rate going up towards our goal. If we could hit about $200 today, that would be a great win on the week to start, and we'll just take that and run.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't short, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm green so far too, Paul. Just, I was up like 120 bucks, and then I took a big loss on Uber, just not paying attention, unfortunately. It is what it is, it happens. But, I'm trying not to trade as much today. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm trying not to force it as much as I have been lately. Because I think I've just been burning up so commissions. Hey, I appreciate the sub, NAB. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. How long am I going to hold ISEE? Under 42, and I'm just going to get out of that one. Which is really what I'm about to watch now. I do not like this breakdown. Yeah, I got to get out here. Alright, I just got out at 440. It's alright. $20 loss, maybe. So, relatively small. Missed out on losing a little bit more there, too, with ISEE. I tried to give it a chance, but right now we're getting squeezed down on it. Like, what we're getting right now is everybody's getting out, because once it gets rejected at that high of the day, all the way back down below 450, it's actually putting in a lower low now, because it broke underneath that 442 level. Which is why that was my exit, if that makes sense, right? Because that's the higher low it put in. So when we break underneath that, it's effectively putting in lower lows, which is a bearish sign. It shows a bearish sentiment, and it shows that the sellers and the shorters are more in control of it. Do you have a channel on getting around the PDT rule? There's a few different options, right? If you're outside of the US, you can use stuff like TEFs, right? Which is a funded account program, kind of like a prop firm. If you're in the US, you're kind of SOL. I mean, the way I get around it is with a cash account. So like you can day trade with the cash account. You don't get instant settlement, right? So if you have a $1,000 account and you use $1,000 in equity in one trade, you're basically going to have to wait a few days to get that equity settled back into your account. And so it's essentially going to restrict you from actively day trading anyway. But if you, for instance, if you have like a $5,000 or $6,000 account and you use $500 in equity, then you've got a lot more room and you could probably pretty actively day trade. Of course, you're not going to be able to day trade with scalps or like moves like I do with this, but you can still kind of day trade in that way, right? So it depends on if you're in the US. If you're outside the US, like I said, you can use TEFs, which is the platform we use, but if you're in the US, you're kind of SOL, and you're gonna have to just figure it out. You know, maybe open up. I've opened up a bunch of different accounts, and so that kind of lets me trade as much as I want. Yeah, I got out of ISEE. No stress. Lost $20 on it. That's cool. SPY pulling back to that $300 level, which is a really big level here too. Just want to show people I'm in Uber with 500 shares. I'm trying to catch this low break here, but I really don't like how this acted. So like you can see, we broke down really big here, and then we have this huge wick, which shows that there is some buying pressure, which is not a good thing for my short position here. I'm gonna let it work, but I'm gonna get out soon if it cracks above the $50 level. I think I have to. Break even now for Uber. Like I said, I don't mind letting it work. Hopefully down to like 30s, 34s maybe. Ideally would be like 25. So I'm talking about the value of your trade, right? So like if you buy 1,000 shares of a $1 stock, right? You're buying $1,000 in equity in that trade, right? So say you buy 1,000 shares of a $1 stock, right? And then you sell on that day. You're gonna have to wait a few days to get that $1,000 back into your account, right? Thinkorswim is actually pretty quick with it. Like they settle your funds pretty fast, but you know it's still gonna severely restrict your day trading ability. I'm gonna take half off here, holding 200 shares. Caught the Uber breakdown, like I said, under 45s. Holding 200 shares left, and I could probably hold the rest of this pretty close to break even. I mean, I wish I could short some of those penny plays, but I just can't. Here's the 36th level. I'm gonna get out the rest here. I'm up $72 in the day. Like I said, 35.36 was my reward target for this short position under Uber. So up 72 on the day. Sometimes that happens, Droid, but I mean not always. And you know, there's always a risk of trading penny stocks like that. Just because a lot of the time, listen, penny stocks a lot of the time just don't end up working out, and most of the time penny stocks are actually terrible companies. And so with that, you want to understand that about them. I don't like holding any penny stock really over a day. The only time you'll see me hold a penny stock overnight is usually if I buy in early and we're up so much already and I've scaled out of so much of it already where I'm up enough to be protected even if I hold it overnight. If I'm not up that much, you will rarely see me hold it overnight. Just because, like I said, most of the time penny stocks might run up, but they're usually terrible companies.
All right, guys, I'm trying to get back into NKLA here in 620 entry if I could get it. A 62 entry, 62.20s, one at 62.30s, but it was so quick on the ask that I wasn't able to enter there. So I put a limit order out 10 cents below that. Let's see if I get filled. Wanted the VWAP bounce play in this one. It's already bounced off the VWAP. Let's see if we get another tick down. If not, I might have missed it, but if I did miss it, so let it be, you know. Can't worry about it if you missed it, but I definitely wanted to get this one on VWAP. You guys heard me say it as I sold, look for the VWAP bounce, and that's what I was trying to attack here. Let's see if I get an entry.
EDSA is one a lot of people are talking about. EDSA, I don't think I have enough room to trade any more penny stocks, but oof, EDSA is just going crazy right now, guys. Look at that move. It hit $10. I think $10 support is like the biggest, or the $10 resistance is like the biggest level right now for it. Alright, so I'm in Uber with about 600 shares, looking for it to reject at the $0.50. I'll give it time, but
All right, team, we got a fill there. Let's see how the position works out now. Got to fill on that low. Struggling to make a circle here. All right, guys, got to determine that risk. Where was that ultimate risk here, guys? 6165s, guys. 6165s. $50 risk. Let's see if it gets back up there to 6350s, 64s.
I mean, it's already up a huge amount though, Webb. So Webb said saw Arnold bought some NG and US, but that's an old release and it's already up a huge amount. So with that, you know, it's a little bit of a fluff piece, to be honest.
Well, I mean, people aren't forgetting the main news in that stock. You can't forget the main news. The main news is today it goes live.
Right.
That's the main news, and I think that's why it's moving. The fluff pieces, like you said, it's a fluff piece to support I would say the main catalyst of it going live today.
Yeah, another thing, guys, look at EDSA here, and this is why penny stocks are risky, okay? EDSA just dropped from $10 all the way down to $8 in 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes. I'm going to cover half of my Uber trade here. I'm holding 300 shares left. Just giving everybody a heads up. I just took a little bit more off here, holding 100 shares left, and I'm just going to get out the rest there. So up 104 in the day, kind of fought my way back a little bit, and up 104, we'll see what happens.
All right, John, I think I got a really solid entry here, so let's see if this one takes back up.
Kenny said, what happened to the live channel? Are you still doing that? So we've been experimenting with different choices for the channel, right? One of those was like, how would uploading weekday videos affect our views? And our views have been very solid the last week, even though we have been uploading those weekday videos. And so with that, I think we're gonna, at this point, sorry for all the confusion, and I apologize about all the changes, guys. I really am. We were just trying to experiment to see what would be the best decision for our channel. And so I think at this point, we're gonna be uploading weekday videos a few times a week, and then 2 weekend videos as well.
All right, guys, giving this stock a shot to get right back up there. Stock breaking out, guys. Stock breaking out. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it to you guys. You guys are our viewers, the ones that see us the most, the ones that should get things a little bit early. So I'll put you onto a stock, guys, that most people aren't watching anymore, that I'm putting in my video, guys. AESE. I don't want you guys to miss the move, so I'd rather tell you guys it than hold it. If you guys see on the day, that one's bouncing off the 230s, 220s, has a huge support at 214. This one was a major ripper the first time it started moving. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. I think investors will be loading up here around the 220 area. I think they already got in, but just so you can know where I think the big ones are. All right, guys. All right, team, we're starting to get up there towards the 80s. If we get through 63, I definitely will take some off, as we'll be up more than $90 on the trade, and then we'll just try to let this work.
Need more strategy vids. We'll have some. No need to apologize. Have to learn as you grow. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just part of it, man. It's you know, we got to figure out. People are so fickle and weird. Like, since we've done that, we've had a lot of people that just get really weird with us. And like, the reality is, it's like we got to figure out what works best. Like everything we're trying to change now, guys, is just changing for the sole reason of trying to be able to find a way to give you guys more content. Right? Like, we want to be able to put out more content on a daily basis, and so with that, we're going to have to experiment to see what's going to work, and I think we have at this point, but we just want to be able to deliver more content to you all. We got a great question on Facebook. Some guy said, how can I buy stocks with no money? Great response. Scott, some guy named Scott said, kind of like asking, how can I win the lottery without buying a ticket? You know, ain't gonna happen. Looking at shorting Uber here under 31.30. Market reversing here. Alright, I'm in. 500 shares of Uber, 31.30.
Hey guys, I just got a really bad fill there. I thought it was on 68. It's my fault, but I got out some of it. I thought I was going to be able to take out a good substantial portion of it, but it's my fault.
So we're ripping up here. I probably got to get out of Uber pretty close to where we're at now. I can let it test 31.35, but if we break over that, I just got to exit, and we are right around there now. So giving it one more second here. I got to get out there. I saw the squeeze coming, and I think the squeeze was a little bit faster than I noticed. So got out, small loss. In the penny stock land, one thing that trader Mike called out is EDSA support here, where we're at now, and I don't think that looks terrible either. Problem is, I don't really have that much equity.
Just covered there, just covered there. Too hard of a downward turn there for me. I'm out, guys. I got out there. All right, traders, this is what I was kind of concerned about with NKLA pulling down there to the 6150 area. I think it might come back through VWAP, but I'm not going to be really paying attention to this one unless it comes just racing back up there.
I'm in MU with 1,000 shares, trying to ride the breakout up here. I think I got to give myself a risk of about 48.05 here. But 1,000 shares, we're going to try to let this one work and try to give it time to work. But, you know, we're going to try to give it a pretty tight leash too. This is also what we call a VWAP bounce setup, so it should be okay, hopefully. If we get a move up to like 26, we'll take some off. Not 26, I'm sorry, 28. Sevens, very close to taking a little bit off here. 28s, gonna get out half, holding 400 shares.
All right, traders, just want to let you guys know that I'll be continuing watching Nicola throughout the afternoon time. but I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here now that I have a great gain on the day. Just want to take some nice gains and continue moving on with this account. Like always, traders, if you guys want to check out our platform that we use every single day, this is only for outside the US traders, but definitely check it out. It really gives us a benefit in giving us low commissions, where I'm able to short and long stocks like you saw me today, make money on NKLA on the way down, and then make money on the way on NKLA up. This is what I want to have. I want to have access to shorts. I want to have access to long. And that's what really TradeNet really helps me with. Like always, it's a funded account program that really gives you buying power up to even 14,000 with the smallest package. What I really like is at the end of the day is if you're a new trader, you're trying to get out there to find something that gives you some strength, some benefits. Definitely check it out, guys.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's probably the cheapest way. If you're outside of the U.S., it's the cheapest way to get like a decent sized account that you can actually short on with no PDT rule. And like people hate on them, right? But if you really think about it, like they don't accept U.S. clients anymore for the funded account program. You can still buy a package, but it's just going to be an educational package with like a course and a demo account and access to the chat room and all that good stuff, and then you get a demo account. So I think that bundle's pretty cheap still, even if you're in the US, but specifically if you're outside of the US, you know, cheapest way to get started, 100%, right? Like for $400 basically, you get 14,000 if you're outside the US in the funded account program with no PDT rules, shorting ability. You can day trade actively, instant settlement, mostly mid and high cap stocks, but I think it's a super cheap way to get started if you're outside the US. And even if you're in the US, I think the account, the packages still make sense because it comes with a course and a demo account and access to their chat room, and I think all that makes sense. But if you want to check it out, if you're outside the US, here's the link. And even if you're in the US, you could still use them. But again, you're just not going to get as much with it. I'm going to take a little bit off here, and I'm holding 100 shares left on MU. I'm going to go ahead and get out the rest there. So I'm up 110 on the day. Caught the VWAP bounce on MU. I'll put Mitch's screen up just for a split second so you can see his P&L real quick.
Yeah, guys, before I get on out of here, guys, you guys see me up a significant amount. We only lost $78 on the opening trade, but we're able to make $242 on NKLA. And now you're seeing that VWAP bounce. These are patterns and strategies that we use in and time out, guys. So if you guys want to go ahead and learn some more strategies like this, definitely check out our strategy videos. We break these down for you guys. And the real key is not that you necessarily trade our strategy, but that you take our approach in taking that systematic trade approach, managing the risk, knowing what you want your P&L to kind of the ratio to look like. Are you going for 5-to-1s, 3-to-1s, or are you just a scalper that might be going for 1-to-1 trades? It doesn't necessarily mean that you are wrong on any one side. The real key is find something to find your personality that matches, that you guys see, that you guys can trade in and trade out. I always talk about working on execution. I talk about it time in and time out. Work on your cents per trade. Look back at it and give yourself a pat on the back, not necessarily about how much money you made, but about how much sense you risked versus how much sense you actually made. And this is very important, guys. And that's why I tried to slow down there for you guys. If you guys take that concept and just keep working on that itself, you guys will go ahead and start finding some consistency. Like always, traders, I'll be with you guys battling here. You guys can reach me out in the Discord. You guys can DM me. I have plenty of traders that ask me questions all the time, whether it be on a certain stock, in the industry, or maybe just advice on trading overall. Like always, guys, hit the like button for me, hit the subscribe. I'll keep trying to get you those great stocks like WKHS, another stock that ran today, Genius. I'm going to be bringing a video that's going to be having a lot of these in it. So definitely stay tuned, guys. Really bringing some hot videos out and some great analysis. So hit the like, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to be here, guys, still trading. So just a heads up, like I'm going to stick around and keep trading. And just to show everybody what a VWAP bounce is, this is the strategy that I actually implemented on MU, just so you guys can see a heads up on that. you gotta move above the VWAP. And what you want to understand about the VWAP in general is that the VWAP is an intraday trend indicator. So it's going to tell you the short-term trend that specific day, right? And so when you get a stock that's maintaining above the VWAP, what does it tell us? Is it tells us that MU is in a short-term upward trend today, at least since the bell rang, because it was gapping down a little bit. And so when we get a pullback like this, a lot of the time what we're going to get is we're going to get an immediate bounce off of that level. And so if you plan to enter on these pullbacks to the VWAP and ride these moves back up, then that could be a very profitable way to approach the trade, as long as you're not too greedy with it. You know, as long as you wait and you're patient enough to enter on these dips, then VWAP bounces are a super high percentage play. I've been trading these for years. We've been putting out content on these strategies for years, and with that, they can be a very profitable way to approach the market in general. And so this is what we call a VWAP bounce. And we do have a lot of different variations of this strategy, because there's a lot of different entries you can choose to take with risk levels and reward targets. A lot of the time I'm using previous high of the day levels as my reward target, but if you want to use like $half levels, you know, that makes sense too. And so that part's going to be relatively subjective, and it's going to go by personal preference, right? But in the end, again, very high percentage play, and this is what we call a VWAP bounce. Go check out our playlist section. We've got a lot of dope content on that as well. And as you can see, MU did that exact thing here too. Are we Canadian? No, I'm not Canadian. I am in Texas actually. So my mom lives in Canada though. Maybe I'll have to get her to open up a Tefs account, you know. How do you just show the VWAP middle band? I got you. So what you want to do here is you want to go to, so you go to studies, right? If you want to find the VWAP here, let me show you guys an example of this, right? So if you go to studies and you go to load study set, or you go to add study, you go to trend studies, which is what the VWAP is. It's an intraday trend indicator, right? So you go to studies, you go to add study, you go to trend studies, and then you'll find the VWAP here, right? So you add the VWAP, right? But when you add it, you're gonna have the upper and lower bands attached to it, and you can use those if you want. I don't really choose to use those. I would more so just use the middle purple line. And so what you do is you go to edit study, and you can see upper band, you want to uncheck show plot. Lower band, you want to uncheck show plot, and then you just click apply, and boom, you got the VWAP. So that's all you do. You just go to VWAP, and then you edit the study to uncheck the upper and lower band, and then click apply, and boom, you got it. I'm gonna jump in MU here, hoping we get a rip above the $half level. So I'm in with 400 shares, just looking for a rip above the $half level here. If it's been trading underneath the VWAP, then it's been trading in a short-term downtrend, right? So if it's underneath the VWAP, it's in a downward bearish trend, right? If it's above the VWAP, it's in an upward bullish trend. On a short-term basis, this is not supposed to be used for longer-term trading. It's mostly meant for short-term day trading because it shows you the short-term trend, right? So if you try to use the VWAP for like a swing trade, it's probably not going to be as effective. But again, everybody's a little bit different. People have different preferences in that regard, so understand that, you know, this is just how I specifically trade it. Try to be patient here. Like I said, I'm going to try to let this one work above the $0.50 here, but it's struggling. APT high of the day. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have any more penny stocks to trade. It is what it is. Getting ready to exit this one. Let's see if it'll make one more test to that $0.50, but not really loving it. It's trying here, but I gotta get out there. I gotta squeeze down. Tried to give it time. I think it was a little extended by the time I actually jumped in that one. Any holding overnight strategies you know to help avoid PDT rule? I would just like, the big thing you want to understand, guys, is like dip buying is very profitable, right? As long as you trade the right stocks, as always, like dip buying can work. If you guys caught the video I uploaded this weekend on the top 4 stocks that I'm looking to buy now, especially like as soon as the open, we had a very much cheap price for a lot of these moves, right? Like it was the top 4 stocks to buy, and I put it out Sunday, and so if I'm able to get in at a really cheap price here, it's even better because they're dipping down so much. Ultimately, long term, it depends on what you think the economy is going to do. And like I said, like people get so emotional about trading, right? Like if you have a contrary opinion to what a lot of other people have, right? They get mad at you. They act like you don't know what you're talking about. People get super emotional when money is involved, right? And stock trading is no exception. And so with that, the best thing you can do as a trader is just try to keep a cool head. Everybody's going to have different environmental factors that influence their opinions, right? Everybody's subjective. And so with that said, try to keep a cool head. Everybody's going to have differing opinions. It doesn't mean anybody's right or wrong yet. And you just got to let time play out. Everybody's wrong sometimes and everybody's right sometimes. And so with that, like I said, a lot of the time you see people that get so emotional about being right or wrong, right? If you take a contrary opinion, they get so upset because you're threatening their money, basically, right? And so in the end, if I could teach you guys anything, it's just to not be super emotional about that type of stuff. You're going to be right sometimes, you're going to be wrong sometimes, and in the end, the key here is to wait long term to see if you're actually profitable or not. And that takes time. You know what I mean? That takes a lot of time, and you have to have that reasonable understanding and expectation for it. And if you think you're just going to jump in and just make all this money immediately, you're probably wrong, and you're probably just going to lose a ton of money in the end. But yeah, all four of the stocks that I called out in that video are actually up after the bell, which is nice. They're up from where they opened today. So, and the whole overarching theme of the video I put out, I'll post the link here if anybody wants to check it out. But the overarching theme of that video is that we're in a dip right now. Like Thursday and Friday and this morning and pre-market of this week, we had a lot of drops, right? And that makes some of these stocks pretty cheap to trade and pretty cheap short-term investments, in my opinion. I'm not on mute. What are you talking about, man? Oh, you must be talking about earlier. But yeah, there's the video I uploaded this weekend. Yeah, I'm not on mute. I think you're a little bit behind, Cree. I'm looking at Uber here, see if we get a breakdown under that level. It's faked me out a few times today, but we're gonna let it work and try to give it that time. I'm also looking at some stocks that are starting to creep up with the overall market here. Shorting APT overnight. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like that. But like I said, maybe you're right. You might be right. I might be wrong. And that's the thing. Like, trading brings in ego, guys. Trading brings in a lot of ego, man. People get upset if you take a contrary opinion, right? But Warren Buffett said it's better to be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And by that logic, contrarians sometimes do better. Not always, though, to be honest, but sometimes. Yeah, you can hear me. What's up, Buzz? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. He must be late or early. I wonder what AMD's doing. That's one I probably should be watching a little bit more. I'm going to take 400 shares of MU here, seeing if we can move up to the $0.50. Uber's starting to rip up with me as well, so we're going to try to let this one work. I might jump in both of these. If I can catch it. Alright, I'm in Uber. 500 shares too. We're in both of these. Alright, we're up in Uber. I'm gonna take half off of Uber here. Holding 200 shares left. Still in AMD with 400 shares. If we get a rip up to the $0.50, I'll try to profit from this one too. Let me get out the rest of Uber there, holding 400 shares of, I'm going to take half off of MU, holding 200 shares left. And what I'm catching here is the market ripping up, right? So I'm still in MU. Gonna be patient. If the market rips, this should rip too. Not going to scale out anymore though. Probably hold the rest break even if I wanted to and still be protected some. There's 41s. Let me get out the rest there for MU. Up 122 bucks on the day, but I'm getting ready to start to take some bigger swings here as the market starts to rip. I can tell you what AMD is doing. It's making my life rough. Voice is up, man. Yo, 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 what's up? Can you guys hear me? Nah, man. Here, we can make a vote on it. You guys want me to keep the background music or get rid of it? Let me know. I want to start a series called Mean Facebook Comments. I would love to do it. Just because people get so funny, man, on Facebook. Most of the time it's boomers, and I got nothing against boomers, but people think Facebook ads are spam, right? They're not spam, they're just advertisements, you know? Like, if you notice, if you're on your news feed on Facebook, guys, just a quick lesson to everybody that thinks Facebook ads are spam. If you're on your news feed, look at every 4 posts. Every 4 posts on Facebook are an advertisement, right? It's not spam. It's not like I'm just like, I'm gonna spam this guy. It's just an advertisement. All you gotta, it's based off of your browsing history, you know? Keep it. Yeah, most people want it, which is what I thought. Look, I'll keep it. I'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go. That's better. Hey, my man Trader Mike. Yeah, I lowered it just a little bit, Christian. I got you. That should be noticeably better. If it is, let me know. Yeah, I did. I got you. Yeah, the other comment I get a lot on Facebook is calling me a scam. Right? It's like, we don't charge for anything. Literally nothing. Except unless you're a member, which we're very open about. That's just a good way to help support our free content. Like, we don't have any premium content, really. So it's like, we don't sell a service. We don't sell a course. Everything we do is free. We don't claim to be experts or gurus. And we just kind of do it live and let people watch us, right? So if anything, like, we're the opposite of a scam, you know? But again, like I said, most of the time it's boomers that, you know, like, people lose money in the stock market and they think anything related to stocks is a scam. And, like, the reality is people lose money. It is what it is, right? It's like people lose money in the lottery. Is that a scam? Not really, because you're intentionally doing it. Nice. Right, you are the product on Facebook, 100%. Like, the Facebook users are the product, 100%. I'm looking at AMD to see if we get a breakdown under this 39 level right here. Maybe it's not 39 actually, it's 33. Bigger range than I thought. But we're gonna see if we get a breakdown underneath this down to 25. Talked about MGM and Disney yesterday. Yeah, but Hydras, look at where they're at relative to where they opened up today, right? Like, I made that video on Sunday. It's not like I told people to buy it on Friday. I assumed we would get a drop and then a bounce this morning, and plus, like I said, the whole thing is they're pretty cheap. They're actually ripping up right now. Like, MGM ripping up, Disney ripping up, Uber ripping up. What was the other one I called out? MGM ripping up, Disney, Uber. MGM, Disney, Uber, United Airlines ripping up today. And so, like I said, every single stock I called out in that video is up big from the opening price, right? And none of this really matters, because the reality is these are shorter term investments, right? So, like, what one day swings, unless it's just a super drastic move, is pretty irrelevant, because investing's not about short term moves. Now, it is a short-term investment that I'm just planning to hold over the summer, but they're all doing pretty solid right now. VWAP bounce on MU. Yeah, well, AMD's got to break under this level here, because, again, it goes back to what I said earlier, which is I'm looking for lower lows, right? That's oh no, I feel you, Hydras. I got you. I know you're not hating, brother. You're just talking, man. You're good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, one of the things I can acknowledge about myself is that I probably don't handle haters the best, right? Because it's like, listen, man, you work really hard to build something where you just kind of give everything to everybody for free. And, you know, when you're very open, I talked about it yesterday. I made a I made a Twitter post yesterday. And the Twitter post said this. It said, if you try to sell a course, people hate on you for that. If you do not sell a course like us and do not claim to be an expert while giving everything away for free, people hate on you for that as well. In the end, you got to ignore the negativity, which I should probably take my own advice there. Profitable traders don't spend their time critiquing other traders. 100%. You know, the people that end up critiquing others are usually the ones that are losing, and misery loves company, right? And so they try to hate on other traders with that in mind. AMD's pushing above the previous closing price here. So with that, I might start to buy these levels. This is the previous closing price, though. I think I got to wait for a 53.60 level to break, and then I can use that previous closing price as a risk point is really what I'm looking at here. So I'm not convinced yet for AMD, but that is one that I'm ultimately watching. My music has gotten better. Hey, thank you, sir. You know, would you perform more globally, short or long? I tend to be a bull more than a bear. Mitch is the notorious bear here, but I tend to be more bullish. And my longer term trading plan is just waiting for obvious dips where I can find cheap stocks around the bottom, giving myself a tight risk level, ultimately looking for some push-ups and some rebounds, especially now as the economy is down a huge amount relative to where we were you know, before. I think that we're in for some short-term bounces, but again, I might very well be wrong. We could easily go the other way, and it's easily just it's specifically just my speculative, subjective opinion, you know. No, I've actually been trading penny stocks, Ryan G. I'm not fighting the haters really right now. I'm just kind of sitting here talking because I don't have any trades to get into right now, so I'm just trying to make the time go by. Ford, John? Yeah, actually, Ryan G, brother, I've been trading penny stocks lately, man. I've actually traded about 8 times in the last week, and I think I've lost about 2 or 3 of them. But I've been actually pretty profitable. On Thinkorswim, specifically my Thinkorswim trades, I'm over 80% accuracy. And I think I take the better trades on Thinkorswim because I have the most confidence, and that's the account that I would much more prefer to build up. But I've been actually pretty accurate with penny stocks, and I'm gonna make a video about the strategies I've been using, detailing kind of what my plan is, and that should be out maybe Wednesday of this week, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. But yeah, be on the lookout for that too. I am looking at AMD now. Like I said, this is looking very strong here. I'm going to get in with 500 shares. Short term, see if we get a quick spike up over the $0.50. I'm going to get out. And the reason I got in a little bit early is just because I have a smaller risk right now. Alright, there we go. We get up to over 60. I'll take a little bit off. 59s. 60s. Come on. There we go. All right, I'm going to take half off there, holding 200 shares left. I'm probably going to get out the rest of this pretty close to break even. Yeah, I'm going to get out the rest there. So I'm up 135 on the day. Missed out on some profit, but that's a big down wick, unfortunately. So I think a lot of people are selling there too. MU is another one I'm looking at, and MU's kind of a little bit different as opposed to AMD. What we're running into here with MU, and again guys, look at this light blue line right here. This is the previous closing price, and so if we get a rip above that, we might actually take a little bit more here. Same thing with Uber is what I'm looking at. Hey, thanks Ryan. NIO? Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. Let me see. NIO is like the Chinese Tesla, right? Not NIOX. Hold on. Yeah, NIO is ripping up big. The problem with NIO is the float size. Like, it's a huge float. I'm looking at Uber above 32. Somebody said I already spent my profit today on weed. NIO, man, listen, it's kind of tempting to buy a little bit right here. What do you guys think? Should I have some fun with NIO? 500 shares. I'm in. 500 shares. We could try. We can have some fun with this one, team. I'm in NIO. Small range though, very small range. And so I'm not gonna scale out of this one at all. I'm just gonna try to have some fun with it. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Sean. Welcome, brother. Y'all be like Sean. Hit that subscribe button. Be like him. Y'all smash that like and subscribe button, team. Alright, AMD's looking very weak right now. Let me see if I can catch this breakdown here on a bounce back up to it. Alright, I'm in with 500 shares. I don't mind adding another 500 here on AMD on a bounce back to 33s. Alright, I'm going to get out, there we go. I'm going to get out half there for AMD, holding 200 shares left. I'm going to get out the rest there. Still holding NIO, it's not doing much, there we go. That's a nice little bounce. 72s. I'm going to try to keep this one 75s for NIO. That's just like a contractor Firebird. Yeah, so it's just you getting paid by them. It's just like a contractor. Hey, y'all be like Christian. Appreciate the sub. Y'all be like them. Hit that subscribe button. See, the problem is NIO is so extended up here that it's gonna turn around eventually, I think. And so with that, I gotta be very loose with my risk here. I'm gonna give it 1 more cent. I'm gonna give it down to 68s. There's 71s, okay. Alright. Like I said, I really don't trade NIO that much. I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I would trade a Fortnite account. Yeah, that's not what we're here for, brother. That's not us, man. AMD bounce. I got an AMD for a short underneath the 53.30. It broke under that big support level. Yeah, it's not doing that great. I mean, I think I've lost like 50 bucks net on it, Jono. My Thinkorswim account's doing far better. Like, I'm actually up like 40-something% now. With my Thinkorswim account, and the reason for that is I think I'm being more patient with Thinkorswim because it's the platform I understand the most. With Webull, it's kind of annoying to get in and out of the positions, and that's what I'm working on. I got to learn the platform a little bit more for Webull, but Thinkorswim is a platform I've used a ton, and so it's easy for me to enter and exit. So that's something I have to learn on Webull, but with that, I think I'm being a little bit less patient with my Webull trades because of that, and I'm a little bit too patient with my Webull trades because of that, just because it's harder to exit exactly where I want it on Webull for now. And again, it's something that I'm slowly learning how to manage on Webull, basically. I'm looking at Uber again. We break over 32. I'm going to take Uber here. but we need on the long side. Sorry if I forget to announce which direction I'm trading. On the long side, I'm in NIO long. I'm looking. Yeah, I got to get out of NIO here. Yeah, I'm out. But I'm looking at Uber on the long side. Like I said, it's got to pull back eventually, and that was it. It's okay. But yeah, we're looking at Uber to break highs of the day here. Try to get a quick scalp, 10 or 15 cents. But if we don't, that's okay too. Up 155 on the day. Not the best day so far, but you know, we'll have other opportunities here. Nah, I'm not gonna average down. All right, here we go. Like I said, really over 31.96. I'm gonna look at Uber. I'm gonna jump in AMD here, and the reason I'm jumping in, I'll show you the pattern in a second. I'm gonna try to manage these again. Keep this one a one and done for AMD. We get $30 or so, I'll take it. Here, just to show you guys the AMD trade. So we broke under this big support level. This is short as well on AMD, just for everybody asking. So we broke under this big level at 32. And now we're bouncing up, and I'm just going to anticipate that we're going to reject by 33 here, so about 10 cents a share. I'm not going to scale out to try to save some money on commissions. I'm just going to try to keep it one and done, and if I can get out around this 53.11 point, then I'll be happy. So we'll see what happens. I'm about break even in it right now. So this is basically the trade right here. Yeah, I don't like this. Yeah, I'm gonna get out here. I don't like that surge up. It might actually reject here though. Like, look at that. It might actually reject here, but I think I gotta just be patient with it and wait. Hey, thank you, Richard. My voice is mad soothing. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, I use Tefs and TradeNet for my executing platform here. I also use Thinkorswim. I use a lot of different platforms, but if you want to use that, if you're outside the US, you can sign up to our platform and see what I talked about, guys. Remember, I said I wanted it to get rejected at 33. I'm gonna jump back in short here. A smaller position though. Maybe I'm being stubborn, but yeah, there's the link if you want to check out our platform. If you're outside the US, it's the cheapest way, in my opinion, to get around the PDT rule. You can actively day trade in short stocks, and again, I just think that it's objectively cheap. Comes with the course, demo account, chat room access. So even if you're in the US, it comes with all of that stuff to help you if you're a brand new trader. And then if you're outside of the US, it funnels you into the funded account program, which gives you a big account to trade with no PDT rule, and it kind of operates like a prop firm, right? And so there's a 70-30 profit split, there's a max loss of 700, and it's just a really cheap way to get started. There's the link in the chat right there. I'm starting to question what AMD's doing here. I'm gonna give it one more second and then probably just bail out of this thing. I just gotta get out. It might be faking me out here, but it is what it is. Uber's doing what I thought it would. So we're gonna get very close to jumping in Uber here. Although we might get a quick rejection, but I do have to want to jump in here for Uber 700 shares. Ideally, we want to see a break up here, preferably up to the previous closing price at 32.20s. All right, here's the volume coming in for Uber. You know, and this goes back to what I think is affecting my trading the most here, which is that I think when you have like $500, $1,000 days where you make 500 plus, on small days like this, when you're just kind of, you're profitable, but it's not a huge win, it's harder to accept, right? And so that causes some more trading when you probably shouldn't. Like, I probably should have just taken my win when I was up $170 on the day and just gotten out of the day. But instead, you know, I keep pushing, trying to make a huge gain because that's what I'm used to at this point. And so when we get faked out like this, I got to be prepared to exit here. And I think that is what ultimately is affecting me right now in this market. Listen, it happens. My account right now is up about $9,000. And so I'm up a huge amount in this account relative to the time I've been trading it. But I think if I have to work on anything specifically, I think the biggest thing I need to work on is being okay with like a $200 day. Every day doesn't have to be 500, $1,000 like it's been. And like with that, I think I need to be okay with that. The market's pushing back here. Frustrating. But yeah, in the end, I think what I need to do, guys, is I think I need to start to be okay with taking smaller wins out of the market and not being so stubborn to where if I'm up $200, I keep pushing when the money's not there, just because instead of I would like a larger win, if that makes sense. But I'm probably about to get out of this, and if I do, I'm just gonna close it down. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out here, down to $60 in the day. Basically gave back all the profit I made, unfortunately. But in the end, hey, what's up, Sean? Yeah, we got this, Sid. Yeah, and like I said, if I'm being honest with myself, like that's the issue. And so it is what it is. I might trade off stream a little bit, and in the end, I do trade off stream sometimes because like the reality is that we don't sell a service or a course or anything like that. Like sometimes it's certainly easier to trade off stream when you don't have hundreds of people watching you at one time. And so with that, I might not. We'll see. If you want to see how I end up doing, join our Discord. We usually post our profit and loss to that Discord. And so go check out our Discord. I'll post this link here if you want to join our Discord. Yeah, 100% Devin. Yeah, and like I said, I think, like, here's the thing, right? Like, people join and they see, like, short-term results, right? The reality is, it's been an extremely profitable 6 months for me, right? I've made about $9,000, which is, I'm super happy with that. Especially, like, you guys know, I don't consider myself an expert. And so with that, you are going to have slumps in trading. You're going to do well. Even the best traders ever do terrible sometimes. And I think the last 2 weeks has not been great, honestly, for me. But it is what it is. Like I said, every week's not going to be green, and I just have to understand and have reasonable expectations for my trading, right? I think one of the biggest things that ends up hurting new traders specifically is that they don't really have reasonable expectations. They think you have to win every day like the gurus do. And the reality is, if you try to do that, you're gonna lose way more than you need to. And I think if there's anything I can teach people, is that you don't have to win every day. You know, it's a slow grind up. You got to look at the long-term results. And I think if you look at my long-term results, my graph is certainly moving well up. And so with that, I got to be happy with that and not worry about it so much. But yeah, like I said, if I do end up trading, go ahead and join the Discord. If y'all like penny stocks, one of the reasons I got back into penny stocks is because I joined Trader Mike's Discord, it's low-key one of the most active Discords I've ever been to, and a lot of penny stock stuff goes on there. And so if you want to check out Trader Mike's Discord, I'll post this link here. Go join, and like I said, in my opinion, it's probably the most active penny stock Discord I've ever been in. So y'all go check out my man Trader Mike's Discord. I'm gonna hang it up for the day. And what do you think about True Trader option trade, please? Never use them. Can't say yes or no for them. So sometimes I've used them, sometimes I haven't. Or forget what I just said. I've never used them, and so sometimes I've used different groups and platforms and courses, and sometimes I haven't. And True Trader Group's just the one that I haven't. I've never used them, so I can't say good or bad. You know, anything really though. Like, I rarely say anything bad about. I rarely say anything bad about anybody. I try not to. I'm not one of those traders that gets wrapped up in the drama of like other YouTubers or like other gurus or anything like that, right? Like, if I say bad things, I'm not going to name who I'm talking about most of the time. And in the end, I just try to. I'm perfectly content just being passive and just kind of hanging out on stream. That's right, Gavin. We're always winning. Yes, sir. Yeah, 100%, guys. But yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you haven't already, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, guys. You know you want to. Even if you don't like me, even if you hate me, even if you're one of those haters, I might lose, like I did today. And if you're one of them, you don't want to miss me losing. You know, you're gonna miss out on an opportunity. And so hit the subscribe button either way. I appreciate the support from everybody here. Click the like button if you want to help support our channel. And if it's your first time joining us today, click the bell next to the subscribe button. You'll get an alert every single time we go live, which is every single weekday morning on YouTube for free, showing all the different aspects of our trading, our account balance, all that good stuff. And so subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out my video from this weekend. Really cool video. I called out 4 stocks I'm looking to buy for investing. So go check out that video, top 4 stocks. Again, if you want to help support our free content here, you can use use our platform here. If you're outside of the US, there's a lot of benefits to doing so. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with once you're approved for the funded account program. There's no PDT rule. You can short. Again, only if you're outside of the US can you do the funded account program with that stuff. And so if you're in the US, you're going to get a course and a demo account and chat room access. And then I think they're going to give you a longer term demo account to really learn. But they've got some really dope content as well, so y'all go check them out. Here's the link for that. If you're outside of the US, you can get access to the funded account program where you get 14,000 to trade with, no PDT rule. You can withdraw once per month. They wire it to your account. There's a 70-30 profit split like a prop firm. And then there's a $700 max loss with multiple different packages. If you want to check that out, there's the link for our platform there. Somebody's asking me for the Trader Mike link. I got you. Hold on. But yeah, if you're in the US, and you're like me, you're looking for a way to day trade, you can check out Webull. Webull will give you a free stock just for signing up, and I think if you deposit over $100, you get another free stock in Webull. And it's what I've been using some. I took a trade on Webull today. So especially if you're like longer term trading, swing trading, or day trading some, you can use Webull there as well. And there's the link for that, guys. So with all that said, shout out to Trade Ideas. Good luck in the markets, guys. We'll see you guys next time. And yeah, have a good day, guys. Appreciate all the support, and we'll see you guys next time.